I got you on anything we want to get started tonight.
Daniela Ramon.
Margaritas.
Yo, what's good? Jacob Ramon.
It's your girl, D Breezy.
Bloody Marys, you name it, I got it.
Hey, we live, baby. Let's get this shit.
Yo,
what it do? It's your boy Zigzag Every Riders. You know what it is, Mr. AZ side. Bar Talk, you know what it is.
Bar Talk TV in this bitch. Terrell Matheny signing out.
Yo, it's your main man, Richard Lee. I ain't me, City Boys West. Bar Talk TV.
What's up? It's Platinum, baby. Look, I'm from New Orleans, but like I was out here in Phoenix at the My Bar Grill. It's going down at the Ball Talk, man. Look, y'all don't want to miss it, yo. It's Platinum, baby.
Yeah. What it do? You know, it's your boy DJ Jamarin. Representing Bar Talk TV, yo. Tap in before you get left behind.
Let's get it.
You are now watching Bar Talk TV.
What up, everybody?
Yo, what's up? What's good, everybody? It's another episode of Bar Talk TV.
Whoop, whoop.
Hope everyone had a good
Day,
weekend, week, whatever you want to call it.
I haven't been here for a minute, but you know, hope everybody's been fine. And I'm here now, so
Look who's
chat
back.
with us. Show us some love in the comments.
You know the drill. Start sharing.
Share.
To your family, to your friends,
To your nanas, your aunties, your boyfriends, your mothers-in-laws,
mothers-in-laws,
your ex. You know, a reason for you to hit up your ex, toxic.
toxic. This is just,
you might be toxic if you're doing that.
This is just one more reason for you to message them. Did you watch Bar Talk TV today? It's like, why the fuck are you calling me, bro?
Right. I'm gonna block your ass.
Oh hell.
So anyways, hope everybody's had a good day. Hope everybody's having a good time right now. Hope you stay tuned. Don't forget question, or wait, we're not doing the question. We're just doing the 10 caller.
Yes.
Wins the $25 and the.
No, it's just the chicken wings.
Just the ticket. Okay, it's just the chicken wings now. My bad.
Pacas, wings and things.
Pacas, wings and things.
Speaking of that, we should probably run that commercial so we can get more people.
Yep.
To start sharing.
Come on, guys. Share. Show some love. Tune the fuck in. Hey, what up, everybody? This is D Breezy with Bar Talk TV, and I got the owner here of Pacas, Wings and Things. So, Jeremiah, what sets you apart from all these other wing places out here?
I would say it's my flavors, and not just my flavors, but also how I make them. First things off top is that I do make all my sauces from scratch. So, you know, daily, made to order daily. No sauces get kept overnight, you know. And to me, with the chicken wings at the beginning, is anybody can drop a chicken wing into some grease or put them on the grill, but to me, it's all about the sauce. And my sauces are made from scratch. On top of that, I feel, you know, it's just my flavors, you know. Michelada wings.
Michelada wings?
Michelada wings.
I want to try those.
So the Michelada wings, I got the cilantro lime jalapeno wings, I got bacon wrap wings, birria wings. Birria wings. Yeah, we'll talk about that. It's the flavor, you know, it's just doing something different that you're not seeing, that you can't get from anywhere else around us right now. So, you know, that's what I feel would set me apart right now from, you know, all these other wing places.
Yeah, I agree. So, Jeremiah, tell us, where can we find these wings at?
Well, I will be partnering up with just one more bar, 6255 East Golfling Street, right across from the base. And with that said, it is going to be 20% military discount as well. Don't have a date set, but as soon as we get that date set, you guys will be the first to know.
Bar Talk TV, y'all. So anyways, if you guys haven't tried his chicken wings, like, what the fuck are you doing?
I know, y'all sleeping on those fucking wings, I'm telling you.
Not even
Best
playing.
wings in Tucson, no fucking doubt.
No doubt.
And I think he has still the wings of the month, right? It's like spicy chamoy limon or something like that.
I mean, he has all kinds of different things. It's like kind of hard to keep track.
Yeah, and he just came out with like this
new
Pacas burger, right? That shit looks fire.
We need to go try this.
Yep.
Looks fun. But anyways, we have two artists, or I want to say one artist and a
We have a couple artists today.
couple artists, yeah. coming in today. And
Hold on. So, one thing at the top, I just wanted to remind everybody that the Azmt Awards are back, and we are voted for best podcast, Tucson podcast of the year. So you guys can go out there and shoot that vote for us. We'll appreciate you. So I'm gonna shoot the video for our next artist, and he will be on and popping.
woo, you've heard of him.
I knew I'd impress you. I knew I'd impress you. I know right from the moment. I know right from the moment. Can you show me how that motion goes? Can you show me how that motion goes? She deserves a round of applause. Please give her a round of applause. Can you show me how that motion goes? Can you show me how that motion goes? Just motion for me. Just motion for me. Girl, what you got cooking? What's your recipe? The way your body moving to the melody. I warned you, I warned you, I warned you. Now, baby, I want you, I want you, I want you. Yeah, baby, I warned you, I warned you, I warned you. Now, baby, I want you, I want you, I want you. Hey, can you show me how that motion goes? Can you show me how that motion goes? She deserves a round of applause. Please give her a round of applause. Can you show me how that motion goes? Can you show me how that motion goes? Just motion for me, motion. Just motion for me, motion for me. I think you fell for me. A look in your eyes like you're down for me. I think I fell for you. These thoughts in my mind got me down for you. But who would've knew? I never knew. I never knew. Ooh, you never knew. We never knew. We both never knew. Hey, can you show me how that motion goes? Can you show me how that motion goes? She deserves a round of applause. Please give her a round of applause. Can you show me how that motion goes? Can you show me how that motion goes? Just motion for me, motion for me. Just motion for me, motion. Can you show me how that motion goes? Can you show me how that motion goes? She deserves a round of applause. Please give her a round of applause. Can you show me how that motion goes? Can you show me how that motion goes? Just motion for me, motion for me. Just motion for me, motion for me.
That's what's up. Hey, that's a good ass video. Where'd you shoot that from?
I shot that video in Langkawi, Malaysia. It's an island in Malaysia. Yeah, in Langkawi. Hell yeah.
That's what's up, man. Hey, first of all, thank you for coming on the show.
Man, appreciate y'all for having me out here, man. I appreciate y'all for having me out here, man. Bar Talk TV. I've been hearing a lot of good things about y'all in the city, you know what I mean? So I had to come and represent, show some love, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm glad there are good things you're hearing.
Oh, yeah, it's only good things, brother. Only good things, for sure.
That's what's up, man.
So you were in Malaysia. Tell us a little bit about that. Like, what's it up? What was it like out there?
Malaysia's cool, man. It's a dope country, you know what I'm saying? Good vibes. The people is out there super nice. Great islands, great beaches, good great food. Food is off the chain, you know what I'm saying? And it's super cheap, like cost effective to live and everything. Yeah.
What kind of food? Like what?
Shit, I be having nasi goreng. That's like fried chicken with the rice. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? Maybe that should be lit, dog. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, man. Yeah, that should be popping. Yeah.
So where are you from, man? Are you from here or?
Yeah. I'm from Tucson, Arizona. Originally born and raised in Tucson, Arizona, north. You know what I'm saying? But I've been living overseas for a while now, man. You know, just doing my travels and stuff. But yeah, I'm from Tucson originally, so I stay representing 520 every chance I get.
And you're an international artist, right?
Yes,
This is
I
Young
am.
Me, by the way.
Yes, I am.
I forgot to say your name.
Yeah, Young Me, the OG. You know, find me on all platforms. That's who I am. Young Me. Yeah, you dig? We out here.
So you grew up here? And then you
Yes, I did.
Traveling everywhere?
Yes, I did. I grew up here on the north side of town. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows me. I've been putting in work in this music industry for a while now. You know what I mean?
I actually heard about you before I've ever met you.
Man, I appreciate that. Hell yeah, that's what's up.
Around.
Yeah.
What's up?
I put in a lot of work out here, man. I try to represent for the town as much as I can. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, we heard the last event you threw. I think it was your birthday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we heard it was.
Yeah, it was good. Threw a little mansion pool party for my birthday. I mean, you gotta treat yourself in life. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, yeah. You know, because I used to throw a lot of house parties. Like I was telling you earlier, I used to throw a lot of house parties growing up. I was really known for like being the party king in the city. I used to throw humongous. I think I threw one of the biggest block parties ever here in the city. And so my boys was like, yo, let's get the band back together and you throw another big house party for your birthday. I was like, I haven't had a house party in years, so let's do it. Yeah, it was lit, man.
Hey, we could like promote that shit.
Hell yeah. The next one for sure. So yeah. I'm with that, man. I love house parties, man. It's just chill vibes, you know what I mean? Hell yeah.
Do you have any like events coming up soon?
Yeah, I do. I've got tomorrow actually, April 22nd. I got the 420 after party, so I'm doing 420 on Friday because it's 2 days after 420, so I call it the 420 after party. I got that popping tomorrow. That's at the Upper Level Event Center on 22nd at Craycroft. So yeah, everybody welcome to come out to that. Then I got a brunch. I'm doing a brunch vibes, little trap brunch on Sunday at Just One More bar on Golf Links and
that's Jeremiah's
and
wing
spot. Yeah. That's it. He shouts to him, man. Shouts to Jeremiah. Shouts to Picard's Chicken. You know what I'm saying? They he opened up the kitchen and let me in there. You know what I'm saying, about black ownership, black business. So we just we networking together. So yeah, I'm gonna have my boy Pop's Kitchen in there doing the chicken and waffles. It's gonna be a dope little brunch occasion. Yeah, it's gonna be lit. You feel me? So
hell yeah.
That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be there. I'm gonna go.
Pull up. Somebody was like,
down shit.
Somebody was like, I seen a girl say she's coming after church with her kids. I was like, yeah, that's what we doing.
Oh yeah, that was me.
I know, that was funny.
Yeah,
though.
I've been wanting to go to church.
Yeah, no, that's what's up though. I can dig that. Hell yeah.
Anyways, where besides Malaysia? Like that's crazy. Like where is Malaysia exactly?
Malaysia is in Southeast Asia.
Southeast Asia.
It's near the surrounding. All Southeast Asia is pretty much like the surrounding countries of Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, and Thailand, and they're all like a little south. They're like a little south of how can I say, like China and Korea and Japan. They're like southern of that. You know what I'm saying?
I kind of know where Thailand is.
Yeah. So that's what's up with that. That's where that's at. Yeah.
And what brought you back?
The pandemic. Yeah, the pandemic brought me back. Yeah, it was pretty the entertainment industry out there took a big hit. You know, they shut down the festivals and the nightclubs and all the performing aspects of it. So it was just time for me to take a break from there and come back just until everything opened back up there. So yeah, I've been back here, for a couple months now doing that. So
they shut down everything like hardcore there. Like
yeah, like border. You couldn't fly in, couldn't fly out. Borders were closed, and then they had roadblocks and like certain areas blocked off. You couldn't travel to any side of town. So if you stayed on the north side, you couldn't travel to the east side. Like it was pretty bad. You know what I'm saying? I was losing a lot of money out there, man. It's just say the least.
Crazy.
So yeah.
Shit, the weed man can't get to me.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and I couldn't get my smoke man. You know what I mean? My smoke man was like, I can't come. I was like, man, I'm down to my ashes. I was like, you ever tried to roll a joint of ashes? Not even roaches, but ashes. Yeah.
Oh my god.
So how old were you when you became interested in music?
I've been doing music pretty much all my life. I grew up in the church, and I think that was my grandma taught me how to play the piano when I was 3 or 4 years old. And my family's very, music oriented. My grandma played and she sang, my mom sang, my uncle played the piano, and and then once I got into church, I just started, I learned how to play the drums, and I just started, I was in choir and all types of things. So really music was just always been in me, you know what I mean?
It's in your blood.
Yeah, I mean, it's in my blood, man. You know what I mean? So hell yeah, that's what I've been on. Yeah, so.
And how did you come up with your name, Young Me?
Actually, shout out to my son. My son blessed me with that gift right there. So my son, one day he was like, Devontae Prince, shout out to him. One day he was like, because I used to go by a different name. I used to go by another name prior to. That's what most people in Tucson know me as, you know what I mean?
That name?
H-Rock. Yeah, I was H-Rock, which is my first name. My first name's Hassan, and I remember Utah was like my second biggest market for music, you know what I mean? So I used to fly out to Utah to perform, and every time I do a show out there, it would be this white guy. This white guy would show up to all my shows. I don't even know his name. I think his name was Brad or Brett or something, but I didn't know who he was. But he would, but he was always at my shows, right? He would always be at my shows, and then he would just start yelling in the crowd before I even got on stage. He'd be like, Hassan rocks, because before that I used to go by the name Hassan from Tucson. Like I didn't have a rap name. I would just tell people I'm Hassan from Tucson. Yeah. So when I get up on stage, he would just have all the crowd yell Hassan rocks, Hassan rocks. I was like, you know what I do, Rock? Fuck it. My name is H-Rock, and I'm going with that from here on out. So I was H-Rock for many years, and most people, that's who they know me as. Cool. But my son one day was like, yo, Dad, your name is played out. He was like, it's old school. He was like, nobody's rocking with that shit. He was like, if you want to be a dope rapper, he was like, you need to grow your hair out, first of all, and then you need to change your name to either Little or Young something. And I'm like, damn. I was like, that's how you feel, son? He's like, yes, that's exactly what you need to do. So I'm like, yeah. So I was like, well, I'm too grown to be Little anything. I was like, well, my last name is Young, so I'm gonna do a play off of that. I'm gonna call I can use Young and as, you know what I'm saying, like the latter part of my year. So I just changed it to Young and use that. And then the Young Me part came because I was in Asia and I was like, I want to do I'm always good with marketing and schemes. So I was like, if I put the me on the end of my shit, then when they say it in Asia, it's going to fuck them up. Cause they're like, young me. They thinking it's an Asian. They don't know this. When the nigga come out, they're like, oh, you Young Me. Oh, I like it. Young Me. You know what I mean? So that was my niche to kill and market. And ever since then, I've been blown the fuck up in Asia. Real talk. My son blessed me. Like, he gave me a lot of game. You got to understand, the youth are the future. They know what's hot. You know what I'm saying? Wow, it really. So he gave me that game and shit. I've been branding and using that shit ever since, and people have been fucking with it. It's been a good transition. You know what I mean? Yeah. Shout out to your son, man. Yeah, shout out to the Prince. Devontae, hey, I know you watching, man. Shout out to my son. Yeah, he's a G. You dig? Hell yeah.
So you doing this music since you were a kid?
Yeah, for sure.
Who would you say was your inspiration, or what was your inspiration?
I would say that
for doing it this long. You know what I'm saying? I
would say that my inspiration would have to be Tupac, Lil Wayne, and
shout out to
Snoop Dogg. Yeah, all the legends. But Lil Wayne's probably the most inspiration for me, because I remember one day I was a big Cash Money fan. You know what I'm saying? I was a big Cash Money Lil Wayne fan. I remember hearing Lil Wayne on a song, and my boy was like, yo, he's 12 years old. And I was 12 years old. And I was like, for real? I was like, I want to do that. I was like, I want to do what he doing. He's 12, I'm 12. I want to do that. Like, let's get it. So after that, I was already doing music, but then I started, my mom's got me a karaoke machine, and my first song I ever dropped was called the Nap Trap Trooper. Oh, I was killing them. Nap Trap Trooper. I don't even know what I was talking about, but I just remember that's the name of my first song. Nap Trap Trooper, Nap Trap Trooper, Nap Trap Trooper. With naps nappier than Mr. Cooper. That was actually the bar. That was my first song. You feel me? Like, yeah. So.
Nap Trap Trooper.
Nap Trap Trooper, yeah. Yeah. Nap snappier than Mr. Cooper. Yeah, that's what my shit was. Yeah. Yeah, that shit was funny though.
That was the first song
I ever recorded. Like,
name of your album?
How old were you?
First album.
That's when I recorded Nap Trap Trooper. I was probably like maybe 12, 13. Cause I literally, after Lil Wayne, I was like, Mom, I want to make music. She got me that karaoke machine, and I've been rolling ever since. Put my reverb all the way up. I was going in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you remember them 2 tape deck karaoke machines? Like, yeah. So that's how I was rolling. You feel me? So, yeah.
Damn.
Oh, that's sweet.
So your family was all supportive of you. They just help you do whatever you want to do as long as it's with music or what?
Yeah, pretty much. My mom, she's real supportive. She just don't listen to my music. She's very church going woman. She's, you know, very Christian. She don't really do all that cursing and stuff. So she'll support me, but she don't listen to none of my shit. Like she'll repost some of my shit, even buy my shit. I'm like, Mom, did you listen? She'd be like, no, you know I didn't listen to that song you put out. You're out there cursing, but I love it though. I love
My
you.
family's the same way.
Yeah. So
like church.
yeah, it bees like that. Yeah, it bees like that. So yeah, it was good. Yeah, sure, for sure. That's my biggest supporter is my mom.
Shout out to your mom.
Yeah, shout out to Mom, dude. She's always looking out for me like a real one. So I can only appreciate that. Yeah. Hell
So
yeah.
Parents for you.
What's the process for you when you're making a song? Like, do you just get inspired, or do you?
Sometimes I'll hear some other music and then I'll just get inspired to just create something that'll come in my head. But majority of the times I like to listen to the beat and vibe from the music. Like I hear the music first and then melodies just start. I'm big on melodies. Melodies just start pouring through my head and then I just start laying shit down. You know what I'm saying? And my creative process, yeah, it's over the years, it's changed a little bit, but it's all the creativeness that juice is flowing out, and that's what I'm all about. I'm all about letting that good energy at the moment, get out. Because you try to recreate it, it's going to be a difficult task. You know what I mean? Like people that really do music recording, they know that that's a difficult task to do. So, but yeah.
So you need to hear a beat first.
Yeah. Well, like I said, sometimes I just hear something. I'll come up with something. Like I'll say I hear somebody say something, or I'll say something. And I'll be like, oh, that could be a double. Then I'll come up with a melody, whatever, and I'll find the beat to it. But I think my greatest asset of making music is like being able to hear the beat and making my vocal an extra instrument over the beat. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm very, very, I love doing that. I love taking the beat and be like, okay, what can I add to enhance the sounds that's already sounding good? You know what I mean? With my voice on it in my creative process. So like that.
I can relate to that. I think that's how I am too.
Yeah. You get some of the best vibes like that, you know? Yeah.
Can you do it fast? How fast can you come up with a song? Like, can you do it like in the studio right away?
Yeah, it depends on the vibe. So me, like I think I'm probably in a session, maybe a 3 or 4 hour session, I'll record like 8 or 9 songs in a setting. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Wow. I try to drop it. I tried like one night I almost dropped the whole mixtape. I was like, me and my boy was just inspired. He had all the beats cranking up, and I was just like, man, just drop that shit. Let's get it. And then you know what I'm saying? Because majority of my first initial whatever comes out of me is probably my best shit. If I go back and rethink it, like it'll be a little different. But like my first initial what comes out, that's probably the fly shit I got. So yeah, I knock them out like that. So yeah.
That's
a lot. I thought you were gonna say you can do one in like 3 hours.
No. And then like my creative process. So technically, like, so for every beat that I've ever recorded on, there's at least 6 to 7 versions on that beat that I've already made, but I've only picked one that I want to use. But I record like 4 or 5 different concepts and melodies over this one beat till I find what I'm really looking for. You know what I'm saying? So technically, if I recorded one song, that means that I've probably recorded 8 songs, but I'm only putting out the one. But there's 8 other different type of ideas and thoughts on that one track. That's how I like to make music.
Do you use those lyrics to a different beat?
But honestly, I just don't. They're just washed away in the archives. Like when I go back and listen to something, I'm like, damn, why did I use this? You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, nah, I want to create some new stuff. But I have a lot of just music that's just never gonna get heard. Some good stuff too, but I just be like, I'll get to it, and I never get to it because I like creating new stuff. So yeah. You know.
Is there like a reason, or can you talk about it?
What the reason?
Like why you won't put out stuff that you made back then?
No, it's not that I won't put it out. It's just like, how can I say this?
It's not you anymore.
No, it's not even that me. It's just that I'm always trying to create new stuff, and even and if I just forget to go back to it, I'll literally forget. I'll make the song and then I'll move on for them, and I'll still have the session. And like if I go look at the session years later, I'll be like, damn, I recorded hella songs on this beat. Like let me see if I can reuse this for something else, and like that'll be that's time. Right. Sometimes it happens like that, but for the most part, I'm always looking in the future. You know what I'm saying? So
how many songs do you think you had? Or how many songs have you made, and how many songs do you think are in the archives right now?
Shoot. Well, actually, like made and created throughout my both artists, H-Rock and Young Me, I would have to say probably over close to like 600, 700 songs. Yeah, throughout my career. I dropped it like before I changed my name because I was real adamant about like I wanted to send H-Rock off right. I wanted to get rid of my old artist name right. So I dropped a album with 151 songs. I was trying to break the Guinness Book of World Records. I was trying to break the Guinness Book of World Records for amount of songs on an album. At the time, it was like 105. So I was like, man, fuck, I'm gonna shit on that. So I dropped 151. You know what I'm saying? Like I just put that out there just on a side note, you know what I mean? Trying to get the record. And then it turned out later that I couldn't get the record because an EDM producer found a loophole and he dropped an album with 300 songs on it, but they were only like 6-second snippets. But in streaming world, after 6 seconds is considered a play. So that was his loophole. And I was like, damn, motherfucker. Huh? What?
Like what you were talking about, the 6 second. Like,
so for artists that don't know, on streaming services, they consider a play anything after 6 seconds. So if anybody listens to your song after 6 seconds, it's considered a play.
Like 30 seconds.
Nah. It's 6 seconds. They think it's 30 seconds, but it's 6 seconds. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, for sure. So that's how he was really killing the game. He was just like showing up a bunch of snippets, 12 seconds, 15, 30. You know what I'm saying? It was just killing him like that. I was like, damn, bro, like, you're really killing him right now.
That's what's up, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And of all the songs you put out, you have a favorite one that you like performing, or just your personal list?
I love them all, bro. It's hard. I love them all. I don't know. I think I like if I had to do a favorite, I would say like I don't know. I really like City Lights. City Lights is my most popular song.
Yes, I was just about to say
that. City Lights is my most popular song.
I like that one. You want to introduce her quick? Because I got the video.
Yeah, drop that shit, man.
Everybody stay tuned. Don't go nowhere.
Introduce it, brother.
Hey, so this is my one of my hits from my archives from the album Risk and Rewards. It's called City Lights, shot in downtown Tucson in front of the Rialto. Turn up with your boy Young Me. I do this for the city.
Hey.
Me and lil' bro, twisting up the dro. Trap running low, so we pack up some more. Pass to a give to a go. Please don't slip, it's a slippery slope. Bricks in the house, whole click in the house. Glock in the stove, couple sticks in the couch. Mac bitch, holla, put a dick in her mouth. JK, get low, let my niggas out. Life ain't fair, so we don't play fair. Touch what's mine, couple shots in the air. All these hoes, but I just don't care. Money on my mind like a millionaire. Heavy in these streets like a tractor, ayy. Me and Young Yo, love factor, ayy. Money page turn next chapter, ayy. Praying cause my daddy just passed away. High, bright, shine. City lights, through the night. City lights, high. City lights, bright. City lights, shine. City lights, through the night. She don't love me, she just lonely. She ain't there fuck with a nigga like me. Roll up with the D, 10 on 3. Had to fill her up cause she running on E. Now here we go down Northside Road. Rolling down 4, pulling up 4. The way she blowing that smoke, baby, you got that glow. City lights, high, bright, shine. City lights, through the night. City lights, high. City lights, bright, shine. City lights, through the night. City lights, back to the hood, rolling up the good. Me and Thou Wow right back to the jug. Wish a nigga would, your bitch on the hook. Future so bright, you can't even take a look. Southwest nigga with that Arizona sound. Wildcats, Diamondbacks all around town. Valley of the sun might burn you. The money that we making don't concern you. No discussion, boy, when they bustin', boy. Neighborhood niggas got you ducking, boy. City lights shine through the night, you know. Push it to the limit, how far you go. Pounds down in that undercarriage. Gave the hustle my heart and marriage. Street life, there's no comparing. City lights, High. City lights. Bright. City lights. Shine. City lights, city lights. City lights. Through the night. City lights. City lights. High. City lights. City lights. Bright. City lights. City lights. Shine. City lights, city lights. City lights. Through the night. City lights.
Someone in the comments that said you have a clean video, good quality. He likes your flow and melody of the song. So congratulations to this artist, and that's from Nick Star. And then you can see him in the comments too.
Yeah. Shout out to Nick Star.
Also an artist, and he.
Shout out to Nick Star and everybody showing love. I appreciate that, man. You know, I do it all for the city, man. You, no matter where I'm at in the world, I represent for the town, man. Tucktown. You dig? Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to some people watching.
Hell yeah, Tucktown and Ducktown.
Shout out to everybody watching.
Monique,
everybody.
Show me some love in the comments.
We got Jerry, we got Rosa, Andre, DJ Shrek watching. Shout out Nick. You said what's his name? Nick?
Shout out DJ Shrek.
Nick
Oh,
Nina. Shout out. I appreciate you guys for watching.
That's what
I smashed your mother's tacos.
I smashed your mother's tacos.
That's one of my Facebook friends' names.
I smashed your mother's tacos. Hey, don't be talking about my mama's tacos like that, dog.
Hey, don't talk about my mama.
I smashed your mama's taco and her burrito. No,
and her burrito. She like that. That's hella funny.
I don't.
So now we're gonna go into a little bit deeper of these questions.
Okay.
So since the beginning of when you started, can you tell us what you had to sacrifice to get to where you are today?
Shit, dog. Damn near everything. I had to sacrifice it all. See, one thing I'm a firm believer, and that's why, you know, my one of my latter projects that I dropped a couple years ago, Risk and Reward. I feel like it's also one of my greatest albums. I just wanted to emphasize the fact that without a risk, there are no rewards. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's seldom in life that you win at anything if you're not willing to give up something. Amen. You feel me? So I had to, you know, I didn't know that my walk and journey in life would take me, you know, thousands of miles across the water overseas to find out, like, you know, there's a whole nother world available for me where, you know, like, I'm embraced. It's love. You know what I'm saying? I never gotta worry, like, if people is fucking with my shit or not. Like, I found my niche, you know what I'm saying? And it took me going away from everything that I know, everybody I love, everything that I knew about even the world. I didn't know shit. I literally got on a plane for 27 hours and woke up and I didn't know where I was at until like 3 months later. I opened up a map and I looked and the book was like this and I seen America was here and then I did like this and this is Singapore and then I did the distance like this and I said, damn, in real time, this is fucking far as hell. Like, this is so far. Like, I don't know where I'm at right now in the world, but at the end of the day, like, that's where it took me. You know what I mean? So I had to, I gave up a lot, bro, to get to where I'm at, just in my career right now. You know what I'm saying? But it all ended up working out in the favor I feel like it was supposed to. So yeah.
No regrets.
Yeah, no regrets. Hell no.
No regrets.
Yeah, no regrets. Hell no. Yeah. You did.
No regret. No regrets.
No regrets.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool, man. That's cool that you've been doing a lot of traveling. I know a lot of people too. It's kind of like that almost like fear-mongering concept of wanting to travel overseas because Americans got such a bad like stigmatism to like most other countries, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then you go to other countries and it's like, oh, you're American. Actually, that's really cool, especially if you talk your music.
Oh my God, yeah. The embrace is real. So one of the artists outside, he was asking me earlier, he was like, bro, like, but what made you like stay out there? And I was telling him, I was like, for me, the aha moment that made me want to stay was when I was watching one of my other fellow artists at the time. I didn't know him. I was just watching him perform. I was performing the next night, but he was performing at the venue I was the night before. It was his show. And I was watching his show and I don't know who he is. I don't know anything about him. I don't know his music, but the audience is throwing roses and panties on the stage.
What the hell?
And I said,
Key Sweat?
what the fuck is this? I said, who is this nigga? I don't even know him. Who the fuck is he that they throwing roses and panties on the stage? Like, and then I realized, I was like, it's just the love. Like, that's how much they fucks with us out here. I was like, you know what? I'm never leaving. Like, I would have to get to Wayne or fucking Snoop status to even get this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this dude is just, he's not a nobody because they know him, but I didn't know him. So for me, he was a nobody. I was like, it's nobody. It's getting roses and panties thrown on the stage. Like, I know they're going to be throwing bouquets for me. Like, fuck this shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was thinking. But so that was my moment where I was like, damn, bro, like, okay, I think this is where I need to be at right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I feed off of energy. I'm really heavy off energy, and that's why I'm a great performer, because I know how to bring the energy out of people and also give that energy. And that's just one thing I embrace a lot. And that's what they gave me, was a whole lot of energy, man. So I stayed for a while. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen, Bo Phillips in the house.
Oh,
shout out to
Shouts to Bo.
We out here, you guys. Yeah.
Shout out to Daniela.
Goes without saying. Yeah.
Love you guys.
Oh, cool. That's cool that everybody's been reaching out too. And shout out to
send
X.
y'all
I saw in
invite
the
if y'all
comments
can
right
jump
there.
on
What
real
up,
quick.
X? We got
Shout out to Guerrero Claudia. Thank you for showing us some love.
saludos. Absolutely. Oh yeah, salud.
Woohoo, salud. So anyways.
Cool, man. So yeah, I think I haven't been keeping up with the questions necessarily since I've been kind of wearing multiple hats, bartending, etc., and then now hosting as
Shouts
well.
to the bartender, man. Tip your bartender, man. He's doing his thing.
Appreciate
Damn.
it.
Keeping the cups filled up out here, man. You know what I'm talking about? Bar Talk TV for a reason. I didn't understand the concept, but I get it now.
Yeah.
I get it now, bro. I do get it now.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
We'd have essentially too how we're conceptualizing this business too is like, what would we do if like we just basically were on the bar top and we just ran into each other at a bar on a bar top and we just happened to have microphones.
Right.
We just happen to have microphones and we just freaking like anchor them there on the bar top. And we just have a conversation. That's essentially what we're going for here too.
No, that's real though.
Just something cool, calm, and collected. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Get you a little tipsy so you don't.
Yeah, no, I feel it though. I feel it. I feel
So
it.
you really spill the
Right. So you just give it out. He's like, you got beef with who? Yeah, fuck that motherfucker. Man.
Right, yeah.
He was like, you say you were cool there right now.
Hey, play that diss track,
Play
man.
that diss track. I want him to hear that shit tonight. I recorded it in the car, but I need to hear it tonight.
Yeah. I did this shit on my phone all the way over here. No.
That's hella
Yeah, that's cool. But a question that I always ask other artists too, like, what's your creative process when you are either thinking of a new song, if it's outside of the studio, or does it typically happen like just kind of in your head at some day, just some kind of miscellaneous expense throughout the day? Like if you're just driving down the road and you like a song idea comes into your head, or what's your creative process? Because I do music too, so that's what I always ask my other fellow artists.
Yeah, all that. We definitely just talked about that.
Got you.
But yeah, I told him, like I said, it'd be like that, man. Like I told him, sometimes I just be riding in the car and I'll think of some, or like we'll be in conversation and something to be said, and I'll be like, damn, I think I can make that into a dope ass concept. You know what I'm saying? And then I run with that. Or like I was telling you, most of my times I like to hear the beat, and then I like to add my vocals as another instrument. I figure out a way to put my vocals on it to enhance the beat and the music. So yeah, make it sound dope, man. So that's how I like to do
that
it.
Vocal instrument, man. God gifted us with our own instrument,
right?
Like,
for sure.
It's so crazy, like
got to utilize
how like capable we are of just achieving so much beauty in our own lives, you know, and just to like for that to reflect, and I guess just also like reciprocate with other individuals as well. Like, oh man, like you got a beautiful thing about you. That's cool, man. And it's like, it's weird because it's like there's a gender thing about it, you know, where you're like, if you tell another man he's beautiful, then it's like you're questioning his like sexuality. It's like, nah, man. It's like that's just a beautiful thing that you did right there, either for like that person, that random act of kindness right there, or like that part of the song that you sang right there. I really felt that. That's beautiful. Doesn't mean I want to get with you. It's just like that's exactly what it is. The term sticks, you know what I mean? And it's like that last song you did. I'm like, hell yeah, I like the way that you did sing. It was beautiful. Like the way you sang your chorus, where you went into more of like a higher bridge, and it's like that's cool. I don't have as much of a vocal range, so I dig that.
I appreciate that. And like I said, that's I have to credit a lot of my newer music to being abroad, because what I realized is like, I mean, not to sound cliche, but like once I unplugged myself from the matrix and I took myself out of America and the stigmatism of like you got to be this way, you got to be that way. You know what I mean? 'Cause you understand, I grew up in the hood, so like you're holding up to a certain standard, and we come from the old school era where like you got to be about the lyrics. Everything you say, you got to be about. You can't just be out here fraudulently doing stuff and saying stuff. So it kept me in a hindrance of a box that I just felt like this was my lane. But technically, I realized that I've been blessed with a gift to interpret music in many different forms and ways. So being abroad, it gave me that outlook and that perspective where I can unplug myself and just free myself of this box that I was in to now where that's all I like to do is challenge myself in music. I don't care about, I'm not in competition with anybody else but myself. So when I make songs, all I think about is how can I make this song better than the last couple songs I did? Or how can I push myself to in an uncomfortable space to master that and be comfortable in it. You know what I'm saying? So I do music from EDM, R&B, reggae, Afrobeat, reggaeton. I write music for everybody. I got Spanish songs, I got African songs, I got Malaysian songs. I do all music because I just, like I said, that's what being abroad allowed me to do, allowed me to find my creative artistry to be like, yo, I can really push myself to a boundary that I would never be able to push if I was just stuck here with this mindset, like, yo, I got to be this certain type of way. But now I'm comfortable, like, you can't really tell me shit about who I need to be. I know who I need to be. It's whatever I want to be at the time. You know what I mean? Creatively. You feel me? So, yeah.
It's so like, that's the creative process. It's so monumental almost. Like you really feel that in the moment. It's like, sometimes it's tear jerking. You're just like, I just feel this way right now. And it has to be unleashed and expressed in some kind of way right now.
It has to be.
Either write it down or just like you just store it. You send a little probe into your brain and you're like, I know I'm going to remember that too.
Yeah.
It's like rhyming as a vitamin hell without a capsule.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Shout out. Oh, Jesse Murphy. What up? What up? Fellow actor here in Tucson.
You got a sub-boat right there, Cristos.
Oh, yeah. That's X right there. Yeah. Shout out to X. What up, brother?
Big shout out to Christian. He's in the
Christian Flores,
the lobby. He's in the lobby.
Oh, he's in our just our bar area.
The guest bar, the bar.
Oh yeah, getting the city promotion on. Shout out to him.
Yeah, he just put it up there on the camera.
I seen him. He was like, "Hey, y'all see me? We cross promoting right now, baby."
Yep, absolutely.
I respect that. Hell yeah, grind is real.
So my next question would be, if you can collaborate with anybody, who would it be?
To be honest with you, man, like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't even mean to put the homie on the spot like this, but it's long overdue. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say it like it is and call it what it is. I need my song with Cash Lansky, man. Like me and Cash Lansky are pioneers, and we have not done a fucking record together. And me and him, we talk about it all the time. We just our schedules be so busy and shit. But like that'd be a legendary moment for the city, because you gotta understand. Cash is in his own lane. I'm in my own lane, but me and him, we humbly respect each other's crafts because we've been doing it for like a long time. Like we're literally fucking pioneers of Tucson hip hop, like real life. Like Cash has been putting in major work. Like salutes to Cash on a whole nother level, and vice versa. He respects what I've been doing. He knows. We know the journey that we come from when me and him used to perform for nobody at you know what I'm saying,
smoke shop,
you know what I'm saying, at fucking Sharks and fucking the Dillingers and Downs and all types of other places where we used to you know what I'm saying, getting our vibes. But that's what I would say. I would because I like to collab with, you know, fellow artists that I like and respect. You know what I'm saying? If you're on any of my music or I have a feature shoot, that means I really fuck with you. Like I don't really do too many, you know, shit that people I don't really know like that. Like because I hold my shit to a standard, but I fucks with Cash, man. I guess my dog. So shout out to Cash Lansky.
Man. Cash is a homeboy too. That's so cool that you know him too, man. We're than just mutual friends also.
Yeah, man.
That was literally, it's so funny too. I feel like there's so many different things that are like almost like we're living parallel lives to each other too. Because the first thing you said, I'll just jump back to that, when you were getting introduced onto the show first in the studio tonight, you were like, yeah, my grandmother taught me how to play piano. I'm like, so did mine. I was classically trained as a pianist by my grandmother at age 5. That's so cool. That's so funny that we have like that exact same type of upbringing, almost like same age too. And then same with Cash too, man. He's a good homie, but it's like, man, our schedules, we're always so busy. So it's like schedule conflictions is what keeps us from like collaborating or like having a meeting and stuff like that too. And Cash, if you're watching too, we still do got to meet up, bro, and have that meeting too about doing some acting stuff together, some music stuff too, man.
Yeah, I don't know you, but I'm gonna be there too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Jacob's a business partner, so we're absolutely.
Hell yeah.
No, that's cool, man. That's cool that you also picked a local artist instead of like, man, if anyone I could collaborate with anyone in the world, like
that's actually
Snoop
the first
Dogg,
time
like,
on the show that you've said a local
that's dope.
artist.
That's
I
really
mean, yeah,
cool.
I mean, I don't get me twisted. I definitely want to collab with other people, but I'm just saying for
Right.
me, like deep down, like I just know that would it's just be because I'm fucking Tucson till I die, bro. Like I know like this is what I am. So I'm just always trying to do shit that the city would appreciate. When maybe they don't appreciate it now, but they're gonna when they look back at the time, they're like, damn, bro, like these motherfuckers did that. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like that would be a win. That'd be a big moment for the city if me and Lance, because we be rocking shows together. Like me and Kaz Lance probably opened up for damn near every artist that ever came in Tucson. Like between the two of us, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes we do them together, but most time between our resume, we've done damn near every show that's ever come to the Rialto. You know what I'm saying? So it would only feel right, you know what I mean? Like two legends, two pioneers, just Titans clash and make some shit happen. So that's where that was coming from, you know what I mean? Like, for sure. But as far as other artists, big artists, I have, people too. But my original first date is like it's somebody that I fucks with and knows, you know what I mean? So that's what that came to about, you know what I mean?
That's gonna be a dope record, man.
Yeah.
You guys are already manifesting that too, and I know Cash will be down for that too, because Cash is that kind of guy, just very humble, just like you are. Exactly. Like y'all, the vibes are already there. It's all about just letting them intertwine like DNA helix strands. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Feel that.
Sounds like we need to get Cash on the show then, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. Talk about doing an exclusive. Maybe bring both y'all to the studio, man. And if you guys drop that album, y'all are definitely coming on the show.
Right.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Hey, so real quick, I got someone asking in the comments if you could share a link or how to find you.
That's like one of the last questions.
I'm on you can find me on all platforms, Young Me, all one word, YOUNGME. The OG, that's my whole hashtag, my whole handle, Young Me, the OG. My music, anywhere you type in Young Me, all one word, I'm gonna be the first thing that pops up. I'm pretty Googleable, so you can check me out anywhere you want to. Just like I said, pretty much as soon as you type it in, you'll find me right then and there. Just Young Me, all one word. You can find all my music. I got a lot of albums, a lot of music. I've been doing this for quite a long time, so it's good. My shit's out there.
Oh, cool, man.
Cool. I know we usually say that for.
Can we drop it in the? Oh, never mind. D Breezy's already got it. Never mind.
Yeah,
you already on it, girl. You already on it.
I know you're talking about the city. Like, have you done anything to help the community?
Honestly, dog, like I want to say my community service. It's not lacking, but I feel like the best thing that I've ever can do for this city is leave this city and let other people know about this city. Like I'm one of the biggest promoters of Tucson. So like I'm the guy that when I get off the stage, I don't care if I'm in Singapore, if I'm in Bali, if I'm in Thailand, if I'm in Malaysia, people are like, bro, I need to come to Arizona and fuck with you, bro. Like, I don't know what it is, but like, is everybody like this where you from? I'm like, nah, but you can still come. It's gonna be a vibe. Like, you gonna fucking like you gonna fuss with, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like that's my biggest community service is me being able to step out there and stand 10 toes down and represent 520 everywhere I go. Cause I don't every show I open, I'm got them screaming Arizona boy, Arizona boy everywhere I go. So that's what they be like, yo, Arizona boy. I'm like, yeah, you know, motherfucker, as long as you know. You know what I'm saying? So like there's nowhere I've been in the world where people don't know that I'm from Arizona and like this is the homage that I pay. You feel what I'm saying? So like, yeah, that's what I feel like my big community service is. But I really my ultimate goal, I feel like not once, but like what I really want to get into when it's time to really happen, because it's all about timing. Is man, I really want to be like, I want to be a motivational speaker to the youth, man, because I just feel like being from where I'm from and like kids listening to other like people in school telling them like they can be this and that, like it doesn't really resonate with them well. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember one time listening to a pastor tell a sermon. He was like, do you know why I can relate to people who come in here from different walks of life? Because I had went through that walk of life. Like I was an ex-drug dealer. I was being incarcerated. I was out here selling dope. I was out here doing such and such. He was like, how can I preach to somebody or teach somebody if I've never walked what they've walked through? How can I do that? Like it's not going to resonate the same. So if a teacher's telling a kid that's from the hood that lives in the suburb or live wherever they're at, like they've never done anything in life, like, oh, but you can do this. Your circumstances aren't that bad. You can get out of that. Kid's going to look at you like, you don't know what the fuck I'm going through. Like you've never been through what I'm going through. But to see somebody like myself who come from their same, you know what I'm saying, situations, going through the same shit they go through, and look them in their face and be like, bro, like if I can do it, I promise you, you can do it. It's just about putting your mentality in. You know, so that's what I'm a big advocate on that. I'm about leading by example. I've always been. That's what people that know me and know what up my walk. Like, I'm big on that. Just leading by example. That's why I took my shit up and I've been gone for so long. And niggas be like, "Cuz you're never coming home." I'd be like, I come home to just spread the gospel. Like there's more out there than y'all. And I just want to be that example. So like, y'all know homie overseas. He's, you know, saying this and that. You know what I mean? Just instead of being like, I know a rapper that lives on 22nd and Craycroft. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, nah, homie. Like, yeah. So that's really my long-term goal for like giving back to the cities. I want to inspire the youth, man. I want to inspire everybody, but especially the youth, man, because I never had anybody, you know what I mean, in the position that I was in to look up to and be like, damn, that's why I want to be like him. Like, there were people from California or down south, like say Lil Wayne, people that I inspired, but they weren't from my walk. They weren't from my city. So I couldn't relate the same, but I can only mimic what they were doing. But I want to be, you know what I mean, that inspiration to the youth. You know what I mean? Because I just feel like that's the future. Like my son told me some shit, gave me the game, and it changed my changed my life and my rap career forever. You know what I mean? So youth are the future, and I believe heavy in that shit. You feel me? So yeah, that's the goal.
I love that, man. That's really cool.
One of the best answers we ever gotten.
Life coaching, absolutely.
Just saying, man. Appreciate it.
Life coaching, definitely, man. Especially too, because nowadays, just got to touch back and compliment on what you're saying. Absolutely, with life coaching, like with a lot of different technological advancements that we're like subsidizing and going through all simultaneously and collectively as a species, you could definitely like bridge the gap between like the artist that's like, you know, not like worshiping celebrity status like Snoop Dogg, I'll say that example, and like Lil Wayne. You know, it doesn't have to be like that caliber of an artist to like actually speak to the kids now.
Right.
Because like with all those technological advancements, you could actually like talk to people like more personally now with like social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook, etc. So these kids nowadays, they'll be like, oh yeah, well I actually know who you are, because you're like, it doesn't matter about being a celebrity as much anymore to like the highest caliber. You could still reach people and people will fuck with you more nowadays if it's like, oh yeah, like I see you doing your thing like locally in my town, because like it's accessible to even see the information and like actually be able to like be like exposed to that kind of content. Most people don't even know, like back in our days, like what we were talking about earlier, but it was like you had like the yellow pages and then like cable, and that was like the only content you were really getting exposed to. So like you didn't know any of your locals unless you had to go out and like find the shows or see a flyer when you're walking down the street. But nowadays it's like you can find them on Instagram and be like, man, I really look up to this dude, and start like actually like fucking with your like local guys too, a lot tougher than like only the like celebrities that are at such high caliber. So that's cool. Right. That's definitely something I can see you definitely getting into, brother.
I appreciate that. Hell yeah, man.
So like the big question. Boom, boom, boom. No, I'm just kidding. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Shit, be honest with you.
Shit.
International.
I'm about to say when the teacher asked me that shit in high school, shit, my answer is completely different than my reality. You know what I'm saying? So
what did you say? Okay.
I was like, shit, I just want to be a motherfucking millionaire and a rap star. That was my answer. And out of those two things, like I'm not a millionaire yet, and I'm somewhat of a rap star in my own little world. But I'm just saying what I envisioned it would actually be like it ain't that, but the journey to get me where I'm at right now, like I would have never guessed that. So 5 years from now, like I just want to be happy, and I want to make sure that my family's taken care of, and I want to make sure that I've done my impact to inspire the youth. That's actually all I give a fuck about in the next 5 years. You know what I mean? That's really my game plan, and hopefully along the line, you know, I'll accomplish some other shit too, but that's probably the most important thing to me, because I just know that if I say something's gonna happen 5 years from now, like it's definitely not gonna happen like that. Like it's gonna be completely a different turn of events, but it's all a journey, and I love that. I'm all about embracing the journey. We were talking about that earlier, like getting to chasing the dream is one thing, because that's one thing everybody knows. I'm a big dream chaser. I set goals and I chase them motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck. I don't let anybody talk me out of it. I don't let anybody change my mind. I go for what I want and what I believe in. Now, the journey to get there, that's the most exciting part. I might not even have made it to the goal. Like I say, let's say you shoot for the moon, you might hit the stars. Shit, that's what I be on every time. I'm always shooting for the moon, and if I don't hit the moon, I definitely hit a couple stars on the way up. Like, okay, you know, that's it. So yeah, that's how my
when we shooting for the stars. We ain't shooting for the stars because we shooting past them motherfuckers.
Past them all the way. You feel what I'm saying? Trying to be galaxied up. Yeah,
that's what's up, man. Yeah, hell yeah. I'm feeling that vibe. Hey, I was just saying, I already know you're gonna go far, brother. You already have been going far. You know what I mean?
I appreciate it.
How many languages do you speak?
My mom hates me because I don't really speak any languages. I mean, like fluently. So I speak pretty much 5 words in damn near every language. So I can speak a little Russian, I can speak a little French, I can speak a little Spanish, I can speak a little Malay, I can speak a little Thai, I can speak
A ver, dime algo en español.
poquito.
Ay, poquito. Algo más.
No más, no sé.
Yo no sé, güey.
No, yo no sé, no
No
sé.
sé mucho.
No sé. Yeah.
Wait, that's impressive.
I know, just a little bit. I
That's,
just, you know.
At least you can say you know 5 words
Yeah.
from every.
Now, see, understanding it, that's something totally different. But speaking it, yeah, I can get away with speaking. I don't. You think I speak back, and I'd be like, sorry. That's when I'd be like, I don't know what I'm talking
Right,
about.
yeah.
I'm sorry. You know what I mean? I talk
Lo
about Russian.
siento, mami. No,
Yeah.
no hablo. No, no, no.
Yeah.
No comprendo.
Yeah.
No
No
comprendo.
capisci.
Yeah.
Cool.
So one of my last questions is, what have you done to work on your craft to make you the artist that you are today?
I've taken off all boundaries and I've pushed all limits. That's what I've done. I feel like creatively, if you get to a space where you can unhinder yourself from the boundaries that you put on your own mind to have, if you take those off and then you increase the push of the limits, like it'll take you to a space that you didn't even realize you could be at. You were saying, like you heard me hitting them high notes. You don't know if you do that, but like I promise you, it's just like any other thing that you practice enough at it, you do enough. Eventually, you might not get great at it, but you'll be okay at it. You feel what I'm saying? Enough to be like, damn, my dog. Like, because I promise you, all these artists that you hear that are like mainstream, this and that. Here's the thing that people don't want to realize about the facts. They're in a room full of a bunch of other creative people that's helping them get to this greatness. Like, they didn't just do it by themselves. There was just one person like, bro, I know you can hit that high note, but like, just keep trying it. No.
Right,
Somebody's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
listen, we're going to get you a little vocal coach. We're going to come in here with you every day. Y'all can hit the da until you get your shit together. Because everything we do, it's all muscle memory. So at the end of the day, like, if you put your mind to something, I'm only saying this because I've done it. I'm a living testimony. Like, I wasn't able to do a lot of stuff in music that I do now 10 years ago because my mind just was so limited. I was so caught in my own boundaries. Like, yeah, I can't do that. I can't do this. And then I took that shit off and I was like, you know what? I can do all of that. I just need to try. I just gotta fucking try. I didn't know I could fucking make a Spanish song until I made a Spanish song. And I was like, oh, it's halfway decent. Then I made another Spanish song. And I was like, that shit kind of fire. Then I made one more. And somebody else said, that's kind of fire. And I was like, oh, nigga, I be making Spanish music now. You know what I'm saying? What you talking about? You can't tell me shit. So that's what I've done. Like I said, I just, taking the boundaries off and push the limits, bro. You know what I mean? Just to my creative space. Like I said, I'm not in no competition. I'm just trying to better myself as an artist. So when it's all said and done and you look back at my resume, you can be like, damn, bro, like he really, like, for me, that's how I feel. Like I feel like my music is very futuristic, and it took me a humbling experience to understand that about myself, to know that like I could create a project or create music right now and people might not embrace it, and I have to accept that as an artist to be like, I understand they're not going to embrace it right now because it's not even for right now, but come 6 months or a year or two later, they're gonna be like, yo, that shit you dropped, what's called, was fire, bro. Like, I just went back and listened to your shit, like that shit was fire. And I was like, yeah, because when I made it, it wasn't for your ears to embrace right then and there. It took you some time to digest it. You know what I'm saying?
Ready for it.
You weren't, you know what I mean? So that's that's it. You know what I mean? So that's really what it is. So that's how I look at myself and my creative process. Yeah.
Nice.
That's what's up, man.
So last question before we get
real quick. I just want to give a quick shout out to Jose Mendivil Borbon. My phone's gonna die in a little bit. Muchas gracias por estar conectados con nosotros. They're watching from all the way from Hermosillo, and that's in Sonora.
Hey, shout out to Hermosillo. I love Hermosillo. You feel me?
Away from here.
I love Hermosillo, Guadalajara, Nogales. I love all them. My people's right there.
I don't look it, but I'm Mexican also. I'm black and Mexican.
Up,
yeah.
Man. Hell yeah.
So my mom's side of my family, her dad's side is all from Hermosillo. I'm second generation from Hermosillo. I hear my dad's side.
I got familia out there too. Guaymas, Sonora.
Some of the most beautiful women are from Hermosillo. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shout that out one time.
He's not even.
I'm gonna shout that out.
Not even
That's no cap, bro. That's facts. I'm just telling you what I know. Like that's just what it is. It is what it is.
Everybody that's watching,
I stand on that. You feel me? I stand on that, baby. You feel me? Yeah.
That's what you said. I've been. Bro, every time I go back home, I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah, bro. It bees like that. It bees like that for sure.
But I'm engaged, y'all. I'm engaged.
My last question before we let you go and bring our next guest in is, do you have any words of advice for any other people that are trying to do the same thing that you're doing now?
Yeah. So what I would say to any artist that's doing music or thinking about doing music or anything in this creative space is, first of all, entertainment industry is a tough industry. It's a very cutthroat, savage industry. So if you don't understand that there's a business side to this, then you've already failed in the music. You know what I mean? Because that's why it's called the music business. Because creating music is one thing, but if you don't learn the business aspect side of it, you're always going to be, running in circles and patting your feet and wondering like why and I reach success. So that's the first thing I would say. And the second I would say is that
do your homework.
Yeah, do your homework, do your research, and understand the business of what you're into. You wouldn't walk into a car lot and just think that you're gonna get the first car you see without knowing like what's the mileage on, like what's the year, like what's the warranty. You need to know all this. Same with music. People think they can just record and like that's music. I put it on SoundCloud, I should be famous by now. But there's business behind that. And second, I would say never limit your creativity and never let anyone take your creativity away from you. Because at the end of the day, people are really, driven by opinions and everybody's 2 cents they have to say. But at the end of the day, like they're not you. They're not your voice. They're not your mind. They're not your spirit that you're trying to, give out to the world. Because everybody has a voice and everybody wants to be heard, but it's only you that can let people hear. So that's what I would say. Just stick to your guns. Do you stay in your lane? Don't try to be nobody else, and you'll find out that all that should have worked for you eventually. It'll all work for you. I'm a living testament that just keep doing you, and eventually the shit pay off. And take some risk, man. Don't be fucking scared to take a risk, man. Jump out on faith, damn it. Like, what y'all doing out here? Take a risk, man. You feel me? Move it. Hey, pack a bag and go to LA for a whole month with no plans. Like, just see what happens. Like, fuck it. Like, people don't really. That's what I'm saying. Like, the sacrifices you got are willing to make to chase your dreams. Like, come on, man. We all seen the stories of when it's all aftermath, but like Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, all these people, all these motherfuckers had to do sacrifices. Like, they didn't just wake up one day like, oh, I'm a millionaire and I come up with ideas. Nah, bro, I wait. What Steve Jobs said, I want a closed net circuit. I want only my shit for my shit. No sharing. I don't want nobody else. So when the iPhone 20 comes out, they got to get the iPhone 20 charger only. There is no other fucking circuit boards. Like, he had to stand on that, bro, and believe that no matter what happened, no matter all, despite losing money, all that the dream and the vision that he had was for him and him only, that it would come to fruition as long as he stuck to his guns. So, that's all my advice I would give to him. You feel me?
That's what's up, man.
Hell yeah.
That's what's up, bro.
Thank you again for coming all this way and being on our show.
Man, I love y'all, man. Bar Talk TV, y'all are lit, man. I recommend every artist try to get your ass on there if you can, because these people cool. The hospitality is love, and it's a good interview. It's a vibe.
So our next.
Mercedes. Oh, what's up, Mercedes? Yeah. She fucks with your boy. Yeah. I spit that game. You feel me? Some people want to listen, some people don't. But I promise you, when you do, you're gonna learn something. You know what I'm talking about? Shit.
So our next guest is Hormighetto
and Christian Flores, and he's the CEO of
Kyrem. They will be in here momentarily. We're going to shoot the video so you guys can see it. At the same time, caller number 5 starts now.
All right, caller number 5.
Caller number 5 wins a dozen of Jeremiah's Pecause wings and things.
Oh, awesome. We're doing the raffle right now?
Perfect. Sleeping on that shit if you guys don't.
Cool. Raffle,
Shout out to wings, man. Pecause wings.
Pecause wings. Jeremiah's his own recipe that he came up with himself. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's his dozen Michelada wings, you guys. So call. Everybody get to calling right now. We're going to take an intermission.
Follow me on all platforms. Young Me, the OG. YOUNGME, the OG. Follow me on all platforms. Young Me, the OG. All one word. And you can find me, and I appreciate y'all tuning in. Thank y'all.
Thanks for coming through,
man. I appreciate it. Love, man. You already know, man. It's real love, man. Y'all some real ones.
Guacha loco, ese J crew en el mic, Jennifer Arevalo, Hormighetto Records, 2021. Guacha.
Así soy, así me gusta a mí, en el barrio crecí y no podrán cambiarlo, no. Así soy, así me gusta a mí, con la clica crecí y no podrán cambiarlo, no.
Hey, Pato, esta vez póngale grifa, que llegó la clica que rifa, que Esto se va a poner caliente como Mia Khalifa. Watchen el son West Coast, que la piel te eriza. Una parranda pero que sea aquí en la esquina. Tú andas al 100 pero nosotros siempre quina. No malos poli, cagapalos se avecinan. Pero no hay pedo, clavamos la medicina. La gente sabe que mi gente es algo tranqui, aunque no niego que la situación es yonky. Es que camina por el barrio perfumando hierba de la que se andan fumando. Pero tranquila doña, aquí no pasa nada. Nosotros le cuidamos así de pelada. Nosotros en los cines hacemos carne asada. Tornamos buena weed, litros de cerveza helada. Así crecimos, no critiques, es mi flow. Somos placosos, mi gente sabe que disfrutando de la vida como pocos. Es lo verga que nos digan los vecinos pinches locos.
Así soy, así me gusta a mí. En el barrio crecí y no podrán cambiarlo, no. Así soy, así me gusta a mí. Con la clica crecí y no podrán cambiarlo, no, no.
Oh, súbele esa madre que llegaron los del flow. SJ conectando con Hormighetto. Mira este sonido que vino y se quedó. Y lo tuyo lo partió. Hoy venimos pa' pasarla como se rola la paloma. Los poncho a la primera, mi banda nunca se aploma. Nosotros con principios SJ no la croma. Venimos pa' quedarnos por si en algo te emociona. Ya es fin, ya es fin. Y mi compa me echa un cable que quiere par y quiere que echemos desmadre. Jade, el humo está en el aire. Unas damas de Sonora pa' que se acabale el baile. Aquí en mi desierto está caliente pero mira, no quieras ser más verga que la maña y que la jura. Tú sigues derechito y sigues solo con tu cura, que si no sigues las reglas te van a dejar fisura. Trago al suelo por mis ángeles del cielo. Pegar solo recuerdo con un whisky sobre hielo. Gocemos de la vida, que vida no hay dos. Toquito que me la paso, por eso lo de la tos.
Así soy, así me gusta a mí. En el barrio crecí y no podrán cambiarlo, no. Así soy, así me gusta a mí. Con la clica crecí y no podrán cambiarlo, no, no.
El sábado, el domingo ya se acerca. Me llama el Lancer, me dice aplícate miesca. Que ahorita se llama amanecida con la SJ. Raperos en la tarima rapeando pa' la flota. Así que no seas sordo, rólate un toque de mota, que esto apenas empieza. Rólate en la fiesta, que ya se prendió esa jaina que siempre apesta. Así que role, role, no se agua fiesta. Sigue la carroza sin Yolanda, Mari Carmen. Ahorita al asador tiramos unos pedazos de carne para convivir con la familia que tanto me inspira. Por eso escribo lo real sin echarle mentira. Que la policía no ronde por la esquina. Que con mi clica quemo de la buena medicina. Con su olor molesta a la vecina. Me pone el dedo con la chota pero no hay problema. Sigo de fiesta, la vida es muy corta. Para andar llorando mejor me fumo la mota. Que no pare la música, role en la caguama. Que será amanecida con mi gente, no hagas drama.
Así soy, así me gusta a mí. En el barrio crecí y no podrán cambiarlo, no. Así soy, así me gusta a mí. Con la clica crecí y no podrán cambiarlo, no, no. Así me gusta a mí y no podrán cambiarlo, no, no.
Hold on. Okay, we're unmuted now.
Are we unmuted?
Yeah.
Yo, what's poppin'? What's poppin'? Here we have the one and only. Oh, what? Sorry. Oh my God, can we erase that? No, I'm just kidding.
Nah,
the one
good.
and only Christian Flores, aka Magic Ant. And if you don't know about it, well, you're about to know.
Yeah.
He's the CEO of the
Hormighetto
label.
Familia, Hormighetto Records, straight out of Sonora, Mexico. We got a straight big family. We got Under Rap Clan, SJ Crew. Who else is it? Rap al Doble. Yeah, we Omni Music. I represent a lot of people out there, man.
Yeah, first,
Flo, Lalo Rapa.
thank you for coming all the way out here and being on the show, man. We
Thank you, man.
appreciate
Appreciate the
coming out
love.
Well, I mean, what do you mean all the way out here? He lives here.
Well, coming
all the way across
way.
town. He went from the east side to the south side.
South side.
So it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's like a 30-minute drive. This shit was nuts.
I had to leave my wife and my baby. I got a ticket on the way over here. Actually,
that is actually wild.
I got a ticket.
Super unexpected.
No lie.
Oh, how irresponsible.
Yeah, I had my sister on the phone. She said wishing me good luck. I had my sister on the phone. She was wishing me good luck to be here and stuff like that. That's my first time actually making an appearance on something like this.
This is
I love
fire.
every minute of it. I love you guys. You guys are good,
Glad
man.
to be your
Good
first
fan.
time, man.
Good
Saludos
fan.
a la familia, porque, pues, you know, we're kind of related, huh?
Yeah, we are actually. We good. We actually. My uncle is good friends with her family, and they live right across the street from each other in a cul-de-sac. And we actually, when I used to go to Rio Rico, we partied together. She was she wouldn't be able to party because she was too little. Yeah, she would party with her Barbies and Ken and stuff like that. But yeah, I saw her when she was little, and one day we ran into each other, and she told me she was doing, and I kind of told her what I was doing, you know, giving people hope and stuff like that in the music wise. Because when it comes to the whole Mexican culture and music is changing, you know, we get into hip hop and stuff like that. So for us to have one foot in it, it's a good because we're giving people hope. We're giving them something positive to do in life instead of going in negative, you know, environment, stuff like that. What's going down in Mexico and shit. But yeah, we're doing it, man. Giving people hope. You know,
that's what's up, man.
That's what we do. Trying to change it. You know.
So tell us, you mentioned something about what's going down in Mexico. Like, what do you mean?
Well, you know, you got kids that have a lot of things going for themselves when it comes to positive and negative. So you got some people that come in a positive way, and some people that come at a negative way. You just got to focus on the positive people and do that. You know, I had a cousin that came at me and he wanted to do some music, and he's no longer with me for whatever reason. But that keeps me going when I'm going, because last time I talked to him, he told me, "Hey, you know, you live in good examples," and that's what I'm trying to do. You know. Trying to set good examples for people, you know.
Right.
That's all you could do. Support the people that want to be supported. You know, there's people that want to work, or there's people that want you to hand out things to them. And I'm trying to work with people who want to work. Like my boy Kyron right here. We've been talking to about a year or two now about doing something. And just recently we reached out. I went to one of his shows, and now we're doing a hip hop festival, not festival, but hip hop Cinco de Mayo down here. We're going to bring Cash Lansky, a couple local talent, stuff like that. And hopefully this thing grows out to be something.
Isn't that who they were talking about just a minute ago?
Yeah.
I'm
telling you.
He's like, what's the most collaboration you want to do? I was like, I didn't even know you guys didn't have songs. Like, I'm going to text that fool right now. Like,
Yeah. So
that shit right now.
Man.
Like,
we got good artists here. So we're trying to do something, try to put our name out there. So hopefully one day we bring people from Mexico down here so they can start doing shows down here and get their name out there known as well. I went out to Phoenix and talked to one of the people out there. His name is La Rueda Records from Phoenix, Arizona. They're doing big things too as well as out there. So we're trying to do something with them too, trying to bring, you know, Phoenix and Tucson together at the same time, you know.
That's
trying to get the whole Latino community going and stuff like that, you know. Sonora and
I know
Arizona
Phoenix
together.
hasn't really been a big part of Tucson. They kind of like keep separate for some reason, like they got a grudge against us or something. I don't know why.
I mean, there probably is, but me knowing my background, you know, I'm more than just Mexican. I'm a paisa, you know what I mean? And going out there and communicating with the paisas out there and stuff like that, we have an agreement that we both see the same vision and we're out there trying to get it. So by us supporting each other, that's the best way to go, you know? You know? It's like you taking one thing out of their hands and us focus on them making it better for each other, you know?
Right.
So we're just trying to give people hope, man, trying to make the whole thing change, because the whole being Mexican, we have culture in our food, we have culture in our music. We just fool people, not just faith, but a lot of culture. So for us, for the music industry to change in our culture, it's a good thing to have a start, because Mexican rap music is the key right now. There's a lot of people going out there. There's like Aleman, you know, my boy Playa, he's actually lives here in town. He rap with Aleman, and we've been talking about doing some stuff for my channel and doing music and stuff like
he's
that.
rocking with us too.
He's rocking with us. Yeah, Mayfish. Shout out to my boy Playa. He's actually Oh, it's actually out there
You
at the
said
bar.
your channel? What channel was that?
It's Hormighetto Records, Hormighetto Familia on YouTube channel. What we're trying to do is we're trying to bring people like entertainment. I come from the early '90s. I grew up watching The Box. I don't know if you guys remember The Box.
Yeah, well, they had the music video
And the little telephone down there. Yeah,
scrolling and shit. Yeah.
And I tell all my artists in Mexico that we're in 2022. People don't have time to go to YouTube and watch one of your songs with the subtitle and the picture. You got a word already. Now we try to give you an image. So the best way to give an artist an image is by giving them official videos. It don't matter what they're doing, if they're poking their nose or not. That's an image you're giving yourself. So that's what we're trying to do. Give them an image. We're trying to give them something positive. Not just like, I'm recording at home. No, get yourself an image. You already got your word out there. Give yourself an image. That's what we're trying to do, is give people image out there,
Nice.
So you're born and raised in Tucson?
Yeah, born and raised and stuff like that. Well, I was actually born in Mexico. I traveled out for a little bit, but I was actually raised here in Tucson. I went from the west side, actually from the north side to the west side. Now I'm back in the east side and stuff like that. So I do a lot of stuff here in Tucson. My family's here, brothers and sisters and all that. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to music, I actually took my music to Sonora, help people out there. And now that, I established myself out there and I run into my boy Kyron right here, me and him are trying to bring all this stuff up to Tucson and stuff like that, trying to get the whole Latin community going and stuff like that. Because like I said, the culture is changing and our music is changing. We're not listening to bandas. It's either corridos or hip hop, and hip hop is one thing. You know what I mean? So
what about you, brother? Where you from? Where you grow up?
I'm originally born in Buffalo. I've been in Tucson for 8 years now. My son is born in Tucson, so I can be like, I fuck with.
Is that what brought you here?
I didn't even know Tucson existed, bro. To be honest with you, 9 years ago, like dead ass.
You know what? I hear that a lot.
I really had no idea. But
I hear that a lot.
I've been married for 9 years. I'm 31. My lady's mom got she actually teaches ESL. That's what she does, and she got it. Even her, she was ignorant to Tucson. She thought Tucson was a fucking suburb of Flagstaff. Swear to God. That's what she thought, and then she just was here. So it's like my lady was out here at that time, early relationship, yada yada, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna come out here, and then I fell in love with the land too. I'm born in New York, I've lived in Canada. My mom's Romanian. I used to live out Romania.
Oh shit!
Yeah, like Arizona is the shit. It's a free ass state, bro. This spot is ill. People don't even recognize. I was in Cali the last 5 years. That shit is trapped. It's trapped fully. I was in LA the last 5 that's 5 years. It's out here you can survive normal doing jobs and shit like that, and it's people, people have a lot of connections with each other and stuff back from elementary school, but it's the average person, if you're not dealing with politics, it's you can just survive here with a normal job and get by. It's in Cali and most other places, it's you got 3 jobs plus you doing crime just to get by. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You feel me?
I usually hear either really good things about Arizona or really bad things. There's no in between.
I mean, there's always a place that you're gonna hear that just depends on the crowd you hang yourself with. If you hang yourself with positive people like bar talk and stuff like that, you go in places. That's all I gotta say. You know what I mean? Seriously, you gotta hang yourself with positive people and shit like that. You gotta think whatever you believe out there, that opens up to your eyes to see the difference between right and wrong, and then you always follow the right step.
Should we talk about how we met and kind of went to that?
I was literally gonna ask that.
I'm gonna start. Cool. All right. So I manage the car wash and stuff. Shout out to my employees, especially Jaime Sanchez and shit.
Hey, where's your location?
We're on Colvin, Tankerverde,
Guys, go get your car washed at his location.
Yeah, seriously, 3 vacuums and shit.
Which one was that again?
22nd.
Right behind Circle K.
Yeah, Circle K.
You know where the dinosaurs at? Kitty corner to the dinosaur, boy. McDonald's.
If you're original Tucson, you gotta say dinosaur. You know where that's at.
Yeah.
But
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You don't need GPS.
Where Grant turns into cold.
Shout out to my boy Lugo. He works over there too and shit. Anyways, but I met this one chick. I don't know her. I forgot her name, but I have her image. He probably knows her name. We were just talking about
Emmy?
it,
Oh,
Emmy and stuff.
Emmy
And
Fogel,
one
Emmy
day, this
Fogel.
white lady, she's cool as hell and shit.
Yeah.
And she's cool as hell and shit. She is, her and her daughter and shit.
And I met her through working at Circle K.
Yeah, seriously.
You work at Circle K?
I do not work at Circle K.
Oh,
I actually can't cook Mexican food, to be honest.
So
with you.
one day,
Oh.
she comes by and she kind of knew what I was doing on
But at that
my
time, I
music and
worked at
shit.
Circle K.
Yeah, she knew what I was doing and stuff. So she told me, hey, you should meet Kyrim and stuff like that. This dude's doing good things and shit like that. So I actually looked up his work and I saw him doing stuff out in New York, right? Was it a theater you were out there?
Well, that's probably the biggest show I've ever done in my life. So that's like ironic that like I didn't even know that till like 5 minutes ago.
And
Like, I didn't know that he like got impressed by watching that live.
Yeah, I watched them and
because I
stuff
mean
like
like
that.
like no, for real. Like this organization flew me out from Arizona to New York. I was performing at the New Yorker. Like it was wild. Like I was in a hotel. Like it was weird as fuck. Like that's never happened to me. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, I was like, yo,
Am I
like,
dreaming?
no, but for real, like they like paid like 3 other beatboxers to work with me. Like we had a whole week set off. I got paid for it. Like we came up with a whole original thing and then performed it. Like and then I flew back. But funny as fuck, like being like what's the right word? Accumulated.
I don't even
like,
know.
when you're,
I
like,
speak Spanish.
No, when you're in like a state for a
Under
while.
clan.
You've been like the climate, accumulated. How the fuck you say
There's
that?
a word for it, but
You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't
Like
know. Yeah.
what I'm saying is, I was out in New York and I was like, I just need to get back to Arizona. I was like, I am fucking, I was so anxious.
You were
like,
climate sick.
yeah, no, dead ass. Like I was like, I need to get on the
Homesick.
ground, go to QT, like go to like
QT.
like that's dead ass how I felt. Like I smoked a blunt in Manhattan. It was dope to do that, but I was like I could not handle it, bro. Motherfuckers can't even see the sky out there.
What?
You know, that's what I'm saying. Like people don't relate to that.
See,
Like
I've never been there.
yeah, like it's 2 stories out here. Imagine you're in
I
Manhattan.
relate to that.
Bro, like I tried to smoke a blunt to go downstairs. I forgot my lighter. I had to go through security to go upstairs to get through another spot to go. I was like, by the time that was over, I was like, I just fucking need to go to bed. Like this is crazy.
Oh, shit.
This is crazy. Like and then I get outside and I'm like, okay, I'm about to smoke this. I was like, I'm feeling good, and I can only see fucking 15% of the sky. Like that's weird. Like first, like y'all grew up your whole life looking at the
all
sky.
that pollution. You know,
Well,
the
no,
big
there's like
city.
skyscrapers, dude. Think about that. You got fucking 200 like
Hey,
200 floor skyscrapers.
I understand that
You walk
because I
out
was in the
Tucson,
same
you
way
see
New
the
Orleans
sky.
and
It's
stuff.
beautiful. You see the stars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is very beautiful.
So yeah, so she told me, she's like, hey, you gotta
Who's
meet him.
she?
Oh, the chick
Oh,
that we're
Emmy
talking
Fogel.
about.
Oh.
Yeah, so she tells me I gotta meet him. So I look up.
This is
look up a thing.
2018.
Probably, I don't know, but
2018.
I lived the life every day. You know what I mean? So yeah, I look him up and I saw what he was doing and stuff like that. And one day he actually pulled up and I was sitting doing sales, and I said, you're an artist? He goes, yeah. And I said, this chick told me to meet you, and now we're here staring at each other, and we kind of communicate, talk about what he was doing, what I was doing, stuff like that. And one day he invited me to his show, and I went down there and kind of liked the vibe, and everything. And now
But
we're
that's
out
a fast forwarded period of like 3 years. 'Cause
Yeah, 3 years,
Like
yeah.
I was like at the time that I met him, I was like I was wearing too many hats. Like I was like promoting, emceeing, producing, like doing too much shit. And at the time I was doing 3 shows. I was doing LA, San Diego, and Tucson every month. Like that's what I wanted to do. And then I did that for like a year, and I was like, this is fucking so annoying. Like I don't want to do this anymore. Like, and that's when I met. But then he didn't come to a thing that I did till maybe about a year ago.
About a year
But
ago,
it,
yeah.
but it wasn't a regular show. It was a workshop. That's the difference. So his nephew came through.
Yeah,
It's like I was teaching his nephew how to beatbox. You know what I mean? Like
he was actually the show. He put up a show. No lie,
like,
he did. He was like,
not like it was a crazy turnout, but it was really a show that I was like, yo, like I got no attachment to this. Like I'm
So
trying to like actually, like, cause I really believe, man, like I'm 31, but a lot of my OGs are 40, 42, and these motherfuckers complain all the time. Oh, it's not hip hop's not the same anymore. I don't give a fuck. Like it's like none of y'all motherfuckers throwing shows. None of y'all doing nothing for the next generation. None of
You
you
ain't
guys
keeping hip hop the same.
Yeah, like y'all are chilling in your
Shut the
man
fuck
cave.
up.
Yeah, like y'all are in your
growing.
man cave watching YouTube, fucking pissing, like fucking getting mad at everybody. Like it's like that pisses me the fuck off.
and-
Like it's like even if I only got some shit that doesn't work out very well, my intention there and the brand is still to be like, yo, like this shit moves on regardless of y'all. Like that's just how it goes.
Life goes on, baby.
Yeah, so like he came through to that, and that same weekend, I started making the connection over at Thunder Canyon. So the show that we're throwing is at Thunder Canyon.
Shout out Thunder Canyon.
And I feel like that's really where the heart of the city is. To be totally honest with you, like it's
that's
like,
where the heart's at right now.
Like Runski, Jiving Scientists, all those fools. Like it's like that's foundation of Tucson. Like absolutely. So just to bring it full circle. So
yeah, so we got together and we both share ideas. And me, I mean, I'm actually a good fan from Cass Lank, even though I heard him like 2 or 3 years ago at the Tucson hip hop festivals. I went to it. He brought Marley on stage, and it was cool. I like that. I like what they're doing out here in Tucson. So, we said we got to get these guys to put up a show with us, even though we get 10, 20 hits, and they're still going to be a good show. And go have some beers and stuff like Thunder Canyon Brewery.
I mean, I think it'll be a bigger turnout than 20 heads, my guy. Like,
whatever heads it is, I'm gonna have a good drink, and that's all that matters. Look at right now, we got what 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 3 out there waiting. We still have a good vibe out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
What it is.
That's
boy, it don't matter as
baby.
long as you got that experience to share with other people. Yeah, seriously.
It's a free show
for now.
Yeah, seriously. No lie. But yeah, man, Mexico. I mean, I love America. I love what you guys are doing in the whole hip hop, and you guys are really this whole thing. The whole thing is actually moving to Mexico because a lot of people are doing it out there. There's producers, there's stuff like that. Everything's coming out. People are on the rise. I got my homie Andres. He's actually running with some out there, working with big people out there. People Santa Fe Clan and stuff like that. I'm a video producer. You just got to give people hope, man. That's all it is,
Yeah.
Give people hope. I mean, life has choices, and some people pick the wrong choices.
Can I interject real quick?
And it's good that me as a person, I am one of those choices. You know what I mean? I got people hitting me up, telling me, hey, I want to work with you, or hey, I want to do something with you because they see what I'm doing. I'm active, I'm giving people entertainment, giving them music videos, So yeah, that's what hope. Yeah,
giving them hope. Same time.
Just give them hope and changing history when it comes to music. Seriously, no lie.
And that's the thing too. Also, just remember, even when we started working on this idea, it's like I was trying to get a bunch of artists from Mexico to come rock for Cinco de Mayo. Like Spuzo got passports though; it's a little complicated.
Yeah, it's kind of complicated and stuff like that.
But just realize that it's like that relationship is being built.
Yeah, it's complicated at the same time.
Because it's like, even for me, like when it comes to authentic music, it's like if we throw in single, it'd be sick, like some real fucking Pice ass hip hop. Like that'd be dope.
Yeah,
different shit for people to vibe to.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we're in Arizona. There's a lot of Mexicans and shit like that. A lot of us, you know what I mean. So for us to bring that vibe, it's good.
I'd say the majority of us are Mexicans out here.
Yeah, it is. Remember, you fight one bean, you get the whole burrito.
We everywhere.
The
border's right there. We jumped over yesterday.
We everywhere, legally.
But the problem is these people could get the passport. It's just that they're trying to make it on their own, so they don't really have management and stuff like that. That's what when I come on the picture, I'm not a manager myself, but I kind of get them to see my vision. You know what I mean? You could either be part of the industry or the industry be part of you. And me, I explain to them how I work, and they love it, and we work together. That's why I got to work with a lot of known artists down there, like SJ Crew, Under Rap Clan, Rap Al Doble. I actually promote a radio station out there, Comunidad Flow and stuff like that. I work with all those people. They're good ass people. They love me and I love them, We all see the vision and stuff like that, and we're trying to move forward, trying to make an imprint. Like I tell them, you may not see fruit coming out of it. You know what I mean? You may not get what you want, but in reality, you inspiring other people out there to do what they're doing because they see you doing it. They see you going out there and hustling your stuff, and that's what we're doing. We're out there doing it. We're making everybody happy and stuff like that, giving them hope.
And just to piggyback too, because this was what I was originally gonna say. I kind of went on a tangent about authentic Mexican music, but just fucking with him and his vibe. I'm first generation in America. My mom was from Romania, escaped communism, all this type of shit. So even with him and doing stuff in another country, I vibe with him super hard. Because there's a lot of spoiled Americans, you know what I mean, that don't even appreciate being in America. You know what I mean?
Man, my guys appreciate every day, man. Seriously, no lie. I mean, we're talking about pesos. Here $1 could get you a bag of chips, and that's it. Where in Mexico, get you a soda and 3-4 bags of chips. And me,
money exchange.
Money exchange. So when I'm out there, making on tips. I put it towards my guys and giving them hope. You know what I mean? I'd rather see me investing in them than them trying to go out and enjoying something negative, and then end their lives short, knowing that God has a plan for them. You know what I mean? For them to be something and set examples in their music. You know what I mean?
And to piggyback off of that, a lot of people I think in America like disconnect from that. I've lived in America and Canada and Romania. Like it's like they don't like my mom still sends money back. She's 70 years old. Like she still sends money back to Romania.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's like a lot of people in America don't relate to that at all. Like it just caught up on their iPhone. Like it's like shit sucks out here. It's like not full. Like people are sending people like $10, but even just back like across the border, that shit makes a huge difference.
It does make a difference. It does. Like I said, it makes a difference
And you know
for my
what?
guys. Because what it takes my guys to did in 8 years, we actually did it in 2 or 3 years, and we draw a bunch of music videos like left and right. Work with producers out there who are trying to come up, and we gave them that hope. We gave them that hope, and they saw us as active, and then people started hitting them like, "Yo, I see you guys moving with this dude. We want the same thing." Why? Because we're active and we're doing that. We're giving that hope.
Dude, I know how it feels. So I have family in Sonora, Mexico, and my dad's from there and shit. And we grew up here in fucking poor shit, no electricity, playing with dirt and rocks and sticks and shit. So I get it.
But it still feels better. Like that's the weird thing too, right?
Yeah.
I'm glad I grew up that way then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does, because it appreciates
But I'm saying,
you every little
to your
moment.
other family, do you feel like you grew up better though?
A little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I think? I think that, I mean, you get used to what you grow up in, you know what I mean? But it's only until you get another perspective, that's when you learn. That's when you know the differences. And it might affect you or
You
not.
don't really know what you have until you don't fucking have it anymore.
That too.
I see that, because when I was a kid, I didn't really know what I had until like now. I sit back, after this talk, and sit back and looking at every single thing. Like I remember traveling to Mexico, was with not even just my family, with Dee's family, because I know her since she was little. We family. I know since she was little and stuff like that. So I remember even traveling to Mexico with her parents and stuff like that. My mom may not have the gas to go down there, but just the fact that her parents were like, "Yo, we're going down there. We're taking your boy." That's all that matters. I'm in safe hands. I got my 3 meals down there, a place to stay. That's all that matters. I didn't even have to take no money or ask my money for money at the time. That's all that matters. It's like a big family. In Mexico, it's family and there's work, where America is pretty much work and family, because you got to work for your family. Where in Mexico, there ain't that much jobs to do. So for us to come out here and give these people hope, it is a good thing. You know what I mean? We're doing it. We're doing it. It's
the
like
damn thing.
we like to share it, because the stuff that I have now, I mean, I didn't even have when I was a kid, and I never had it. So even if I lose it tomorrow, I'll be back to square one. But just the fact that I share with people, that's all that matters. I have enough to give to my sisters and brothers and people I don't even know about, not even met, like we made it right now. You know what I mean? But I give them hope. That's all that matters.
Oh yeah.
Because when you're gone, that's what people talk about you. I mean, look at Tupac. A lot of people are still talking about him this day, because he gives people hope, even when he's gone now.
Or Selena.
Or Selena, yeah. You know what I mean?
Selena.
People like that. So I may not getting what I deserve, but just the fact that I'm setting examples among my people, that's all that matters to me. Yeah. That's all that matters. I'm giving people my hope to get away from that crime shit, away from that what's going on in Mexico. You know what I mean? I'm providing, giving them hope. And
you know what? And that not just happens in Mexico, it happens here too. So now that you're trying to, expand out here, hopefully you can. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure you're gonna achieve the same thing. You're gonna, even if it's one person, you know what I mean? Like, that makes it worth it.
Yeah, as long as you're loving what you're doing, that's all that matters. You know what I mean? Like when I first started doing this, I took it as a hobby. I took it as like, I'm gonna start doing me, because I don't want to go out. Excuse me. I don't want to go out and pay 40, 50 bucks an hour studio. So where I started, seriously, bar time. Hey, as long as I ain't farting, we're good. Shit.
No, none of that, please. It's a little confined in here.
I started doing that, so me started doing my music, and a lot of people out there started reaching out and loving what I was doing. Then I started focusing with them. So I started realizing I could pay this amount I hear for music videos, or I could go out there and start giving people what they want. That's what I did.
And let me say too, like it's like I'm an artist, but also I played a lot of roles. Like I played promoter roles, I played engineering roles, producer roles. It's like I mess with a lot of shiesty people, and it's nice to mess with someone like Christian who's not shiesty at all.
Oh, no, man, it's
you know,
just a
like
hobby for me.
Yeah,
You know?
so it's nice to, and like when I give him suggestions, like yo, like this is who we should book, like like he's like, all right, I respect that opinion, because it's like with me too, like I've been grassroots on a lot of levels, so it's not like I don't know who, like even the two, like it's like we got Cash as the headliner, but the other two people who are underneath, like that's Ro,
she's
like
badass,
ROUX, and it's like, and then Big Vinci, like those are two like those are younger cats, like they're not even, they're like 21, 22, like that's the new scene right there. Like those fools are on point. Like
they are.
Next 3-4 years, like you probably gonna see them on the radio. Like you know what I mean? Like they're doing their thing.
Hopefully, shit.
Yeah. And it's like, and it's a different generation even from like us, where it's like they grew up with the internet. You know what I mean? Like we're still dealing with, there's different politics that our psychology deals with. You know what I mean? Where it's like they're from Tucson, but they still like exist in different cities already.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like
That's the same thing with
the
my
internet, yo.
Yeah, that's the thing with my homie player and shit. When I started doing my thing, I watched him and he was rapping with one of the known rappers out there in Mexico, Aleman. And I saw him, and then when I first started, I said one day me and him are gonna be in the same table, having the same beer. And just recently actually went out to Phoenix. But before that, he actually reached out, and I went to his house parties, which is birthday party, his kid's birthday, and all that. And for me to like know him, he knows me and stuff like that, it's a big step, because 7 years ago, I told myself I'm gonna be in the same table. Me and him are good friends, and me and him, we talk every day. We just talked to each other just yesterday, and not even that, but 7 years ago, I reached out for one of the most like famous out there dude in Mexico. His name's Tozuno, and I told him of me, and he reached out for me, and then I told him one day you and I we're gonna meet in person. You're gonna say we're gonna reach out and do our thing. And now when I went to Phoenix, shout out to my homie La Rueda Records. They had me go out there and do my thing out there with them and stuff like that. And Eptos met me in person for the first time and never surprised who I was. And everybody that like my family, Hormighetto family, was like, yo, you rolling high. And I'm like, I ain't rolling high. I told you guys 7 years ago what I'm doing. I'm reaching out because I have faith that this thing's working out, because I see the changes. You know what I mean?
Right.
I see, like, it goes back to what I say. I thank the Lord that I see the difference between right and wrong. And I see this as the right way to go, because I'm not just putting myself out there, but I'm putting people out there like my homeboy Kyron. He has good faith that this is going to work out, and it's going to work out fine. We bring good things to Tucson, We're getting good vibes, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. So you want to give a quick video break or something?
Sure. You want to play that last one?
Oh, the video from my homie.
Yeah, this is a video.
So this is your label,
you want to
right?
introduce? Oh wait.
So I got the next video coming up. It's Vago de la Cuadra, Rima Loca from Guaymas, Sonora, Mexico. Those fools are on the come up down there. Shout out to them.
This one?
Yeah, right there. Yeah, it's called Ceros Tres.
Go ahead.
Hey, the three of you watching right now, I don't know how many are watching.
There's a lot more than that.
Text the number or call the number. Text or call.
No, just leave it on the comments.
Or in the comments. Guys, come on. I want to see a winner of these.
Text the word wings on the comment. The 10th person will get some free chicken wings. And can we get the bartender to get some more drinks in here, please?
Bartender, shout out to the bartender.
I love the bar.
1, 2, 3, gallito, 0 estrés. Si van a abrir la boca es para decir lo que es, no lo que no es. Yo sí soy lo que tú ves. Yo sí me la pipí, no es un juego, es San Andrés. Fly con hype, piden otra rola, porque trenden bien macizo como la nalgona. Me la rifé yo solito, no ocupé de bola, mucho menos de mi ex, la falsa mamona. La espina me el saco, soy un vago necio. Sancutito mío, cuídame que ando bien recio. La palabra vale más que cualquier precio. Cuídate de la envidia, la hora en silencio. Compórtate negro y estilo de cholo. Con pura gente real, con ellos controlo. A tu barrio falso lo tumbamos como bolo. Con puro buen gallo, el gallo me lo roló. 1, 2, 3, gallitos, cero estrés. De nuevo le rompimos como el culo de tu ex. 1, 2, 3, gallitos, cero estrés. Es el vago con el high, otra vez, otra vez. 1, 2, 3, gallitos, cero estrés. De nuevo le rompimos como el culo de tu ex. 1, 2, 3, gallitos, cero estrés. Es el vago con el high, otra vez. Vamos, busque la moneda. Si no, entonces ¿quién va a pagar la peda? Me da hueva ver tanto rapero vistiendo de seda. Si supieran que la vestimenta no es lo que genera, sino la mierda que tires sin que te tomes un teda. Como Adán y Eva, me declaro pecador. A todos nos gusta pecar y más a los de religión, pero hay unos que no, parece que están bien ciegos. Prefieren la oración que la vida que yo llevo. Pregúntale a mi negro cómo me la navego. En este barco es pirata, pa' mí no es nada nuevo. Yo me elevo, cada que 2 te baisa me pego. Desde que estaba chamaco ando bailando en el fuego y no me quemo nada, ni que fuera quien. A mí me dicen el high y vengo del SB. El diablo me acompaña donde quiera que esté. Le doy gracias por lo malo, me enseñó el día de ayer. 1, 2, 3, gallitos, cero estrés. De nuevo le rompimos como el culo de tu ex. 1, 2, 3, gallitos, cero estrés. El vago con el high, otra vez, otra vez. 1, 2, 3, gallitos, cero estrés. De nuevo le rompimos como el culo de tu ex. 1, 2, 3, gallitos, cero estrés. Es el vago con el high, otra vez, otra vez.
We're on.
We back. Yo.
Yeah, we are.
That was a dope video.
That video was
Yeah,
fire.
that's my boy, Pablo de la Cuadra.
Christian,
Rima
Hormighetto,
loca.
Yo reconocí ese cerro. That's mountain in the beginning of the video. That's Guaymas, Sonora.
Saludos a mi primo Jorge. Punta Arena. Punta Arena. La Vicente.
Saludos a los artistas.
So my question is your name, Hormiga, Magic Hormiga. Where did you get that from, and why did you pick that name?
So I've been running with the whole magic thing for a while now. You know what I mean? And one day I was actually dating this one chick. She had a son named Anthony. He went through some shit. You know what I mean? He went through some shit and stuff like that. And I liked his name Anthony, and I always liked Ant. So I used to call him Ant. You know what I mean? And so I went from Ant to Hormiga. But of course, before that, I had different nicknames. But when I met this kid, he made a big impression in my life because for whatever he went through, I still saw hope in his eyes. You know what I mean? I still saw hope in his eye because he went through that stage at an early age. That's why I'm the way I am now. Now that I'm a parent, because I became a parent 2 years. That's why I am the way I am with my daughter. You know what I mean? So the whole Hormiga, Ant Hormiga came from that kid. Because I know I was gonna go through a lot to get where I'm at. And it may not be physical, but it's gonna be some emotional. Physical is gonna go through that, and that's why I got the whole nickname Hormiga. And now Hormighetto, before it was Hormighetto, it was actually Illegal Alien Squad, because I was the only pretty much Latin rapper out of the group. There was 5 of us: King Kenny, there was Hypno, there was my brother-in-law, and there was Oni from Mexico, and we changed the whole thing to Hormighetto because I'm Hormiga and Hormighetto. It just sounded right, and we just gotta get it,
I like it. It's
So
dope.
but my nickname comes from something that I took and made it made it positive and stuff like that, in my life and stuff like that. So
Es muy original.
yeah, it's a lot, you know what I mean? It's a lot.
Rim, is that your name? Is that your name or?
So my real name is Emmerich. Like I introduced myself as Emmerich. If you reverse Emmerich, it's Kai Ram.
Oh, okay.
Right, yeah. And I'm 231. I came up with that when I was 13. I just stuck with it, and then I've spelled even at 13, I didn't know how to spell. So as a graffiti artist, Kyirrim. Like I thought that looked clean. But as I'm like older, I realize there's
No, it's
like
actually cool.
yeah, but I have to write in parentheses like it's pronounced Kyrim because I've had people on stage be like Kyrie.
Yeah,
I was like, oh shit, I did not
I
think
couldn't
that
say his
that's like
name at
how.
first.
Yeah, like
That's
Will
the
we
one I
have
met him.
Kyrim to the stage?
That's
Like
why the first time I met him, I didn't want to say his name because I didn't want to fuck it up for myself. You know what I mean?
I was supposed to meet. Like, sorry, bro. Like, and then, luckily the video game came out Skyrim, so I can always be like, it's Skyrim without the S, like, you know. Like,
it's funny because it actually made me, like spell it easy.
Kyrim?
Yeah, like
Oh,
the
nice.
way it's spelled, I was like,
sick.
okay, like.
It's funny though. You put it in Google and like it's like it always tries to autocorrect it to Skyrim. I'm like, damn it.
Hey, to not to change the subject though, like we have this hip hop thing going on, and I was actually got this crazy idea that I was talking to him up at the bar out there. I was thinking that maybe when this thing goes down, you guys could explain to him. You know what I
it'd
mean?
be really cool, man. If you guys could come through and set up, like that'd be, you know what I mean? Maybe have have an interview with Cash there, have an interview with Ro, you know, like set up early so things are cool.
You know, we did that for the Kurt Cobain concert just
What?
yesterday.
That was yesterday. So where was he performing at?
At House of Bars.
Oh yeah,
House of Bars.
You interviewed him and stuff. How'd that go?
It went really well.
I wasn't there.
I got a lot of footage. It's gonna be out soon. I don't want to say too much.
Yeah.
I want it to be like.
Well, sorry, we asked, man. We asked.
Got some fucking great footage. Yeah, even with fucking Kurt Cobain.
Well, that's great because
I'm excited to share it on my Facebook.
Who was the promoter that put that show on?
It was
Insider event.
Insider event. So it's
okay.
Rock,
Sick. Cool.
Fats and G. And we had them on the show too. We were promoting the shit out of the whole
That's
show.
great. That's great.
Yeah, they came on and then they brought Ketofornia from LA.
I don't know who that is. That's
He's
sick.
another huge artist out there. He came in here. He got fucked up with
he
us.
showed me
He ended up passing out on the couch. Man, it was so much fun.
Man, you guys got some good vibes out here, huh?
Yeah,
good vibes.
We went there and set up. We had our mics and we sat there and we just got people in.
But that's good to hear, even for me, like on a personal level. Like, sorry to interrupt. Like, it's like, but I was involved with like a shady ass like fucking promoter that like had some bullshit going on with Kurt Cobain like 2-3 years ago. So to know that like he's getting treated well back in the city like years later, that makes me feel good personally.
That's good.
Because I was like young, I was like young into promoting, and I was like caught up in some bullshit. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Dude, we would love to. Just let us know when and where.
Yeah, Cinco de Mayo. That'd be cool,
Cinco de
bro.
Mayo, man. Thursday. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, you guys should come up, do some little interviews with the guys.
Yeah, they have some really good artists.
No, it's gonna be a real good show. It's not gonna be no karaoke. Like it's tight.
Like a little VIP table.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you guys can get whatever you guys want. It's on the house, man. You guys had us over here. This is good. I mean, you guys treat us good, man. Any future artists that come to Bar Talk, I recommend it, dude. You guys are doing big things out here for Tucson, and that's what we're trying to get. That good vibe, doing good things for everybody. You know, we're trying to put. We're not just trying to put ourselves on the map. We're trying to put that Tucktown on the map, and we're doing whatever it takes.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's what we came with Bar Talk TV. Is to build a platform for people to come have a voice, and the platform we have is we have a lot of viewers, so they're gonna hear your fucking voice. They're gonna hear what you want to say.
Yeah, appreciate
and it's real
that,
professional too. Like again, like I was telling homie, I was like, I'm used to walking in like getting interviewed on the top of a refrigerator, dead ass. Like so, like I did not know what I was walking into. Like I was like, what the fuck? Like these motherfuckers got screens. Like we getting drinks. Like this is different. Like
you make music too, right?
Yeah.
Didn't you have like a song you wanted?
Yeah, I can show you a video. Like I think you guys pulled it up.
No, you wanted to perform.
Oh, I'll perform a song. Absolutely.
Yeah. Like either or. I mean,
can I do both?
We'll finish that one towards the end of the show because I didn't get that link, but I got this blue gloves right here.
Yeah, that's
so
that's my most recent visual. Me and another artist, we go by Blue Gloves. I'm Kyrim, he's Wowzer Bowser, and like I'm a full-time cook. He's my sous chef. Like I like taught him how to make beats. Like, and that's the whole Blue Gloves. Like think about the latex gloves. Like it's like our first single was called Non-Slips. Like we're freestyling like California. Like we playing with all that shit. Like
you said chef, and I automatically
no, absolutely.
And they'll be freestyling about California rolls.
Yeah. Like even the first, like it all started in the kitchen cooking Mexican food. Who would have thought we'd be up in the booth? Now we busting the truth. Yeah, but
oh shit.
Yeah, but I did send her an instrumental. I'm down to perform. It's a new song.
Right,
It's
we'll do
literally
that.
if you want
Shit,
to.
hey,
Yeah,
we'll do
he's
that
fire.
Okay, cool.
He's
Yeah, but this
fire.
right here, just to introduce it, like this is shot at the end of Broadway, like real Tucson vibes, and then again, it's like I'm aiming for within this is like the 90s style. Like that. I'm not aiming for
It actually
2022.
did give
Taking
me
it back to
Yeah,
the
like,
roots.
like I'm not like trying to be 2022. Like I just that like if you listen to it, like all the I don't know, are you into producing at all?
I've been
Like okay, so like all the kits are made from like Ninth Wonder and J Dilla kits, like you know what I mean. So it's that vibe, right? But, yeah.
All right, let's play this.
I'm cold.
Yeah. Shout out to Wowzer Bowser's ancestors.
Love how this mic sounds.
And Kyrim's ancestors. Yo, baby. I ain't never smoked meth, I ain't never hit black. You ain't never gonna catch me in the kitchen cooking crack. I may flip you a tab and recommend that you microdose, but that's just cause you my friend and I feel that you ought to know what it's like to be free. Bought me a half, 2 tabs of LSD. Yeah, I'm about to trip for the night and get in tune with my wife. Yo, this the life of a 30-year-old man who 2 years ago just became a dad. And before that, it was really just rap. Fantasies of rocket stages making stacks. I never thought it wouldn't ever come to fruition. Now I'm slaving 50 hours cooking in the kitchen, Arizona living. Yeah. But at least I got more than a pot to piss in. Look, you bout to witness rags to riches, accolades, I'm mad committed on my mission, ballin', dodging all these haters on my pivot. All of y'all ain't gone the distance, it's a marathon, shout out to Nipsey. Mama always taught me how to be a visionary. But according to addressing my positions, when it comes to expressing my allegorical stories, all my metaphors above 4 were hella gory. Huh? That's some nerd shit, that's some wordplay. Since the first grade, I've been curving my identity. Mooney and I'm repping it. I don't give a like you celibate. I teach my son about abstinence and at the right time, how to get a woman's wet. Mwah. Mwah. Ain't that some contrast for your concave? Yeah. Hey, hey, so I guess that's where the chorus go. Oh, now you about to feel the Holy Ghost. Oh, look, I hope that you don't overdose. And if you do, consider that the antidote may not be listening to OVO. We just two men making music. Bro, homeless, drunk, a drug addict, been all of it. I don't think that you can handle it. Dual citizen, but I really hate living up in Canada. I don't like the way people on Crown Land think. It's outlandish and bourgeoisie. Excuse my French, but blame my last name, Look, I said Mr. Brisbois, rapping the Québécois. Tout est vrai, je mets, écoute possessive moi. Yeah, you know that was raw, but I don't even really speak French at all. But if I charismatically approach it, do you believe that I actually speak it fluently? In addition to that, if I told you that my friend Untitled Woodman gave it to me on Facebook, would you consider that co-writing or co-typing? I'm confused. Look, Alpha let the 10 best ni magyarul. Bocsánat, az miért, hogy akaró. Falufil, mindig mondjad, mit alul. Az a szép, hogy basz meg az angolul. Ja, Jóska bácsi, hol van Katika? Te nem is tudod, hogy hip-hop nem csak fekete. Látod a szemübe, itt van Isten. Hol van a pálinka? So I guess it's where the chorus go. Whoa. Now you about to feel the Holy Ghost. Look, I hope that you don't overdose. And if you do, consider that the antidote may not be listening to OVO. Courtesy of Wowzer Bowser. Make sure that you don't drink and drive. We just two men making music. We just two men making music.
You're unmuted now.
So we back, we back.
We back in the building.
If you tuned in, don't forget to text that number
For some
so
free
you can
wings.
win some.
I might text it on my way home right now.
Text it right now.
Get
You
some
gotta
free,
get it.
get some free wings for my wife and my baby at home.
There you go.
Makes up for the ticket.
What'd you think of that song?
It was pretty tight.
I thought it was dope. I was like,
I went to the restroom. I ran in there. I was looking at it on the screen because it's displayed out there. And I'm like, you're all playing with the kids' toys. I'm sure. I'm like, okay.
Well, the chorus, right? Because like too broke. Like,
yeah.
I'm a lot less broke than I was when I wrote that song. But like when I wrote that song,
yeah, you were what, 30?
yeah, I'm 31. I mean, I'm 31 now. It's just a year ago.
Yeah.
I'm definitely in a lot better spot, and I'm a lot more sober than I was during that period. And then also the thing is too, like how I even started that. Like I feel like for a period of time, motherfuckers really was thinking I was on fucking tweak, and I was like, I've never smoked meth in my life. I've never fucking hit black. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Is that why you wrote
Yeah,
that?
like I was like, I've never smoked meth. I never hit black. You ain't never gonna catch me in the kitchen cooking crack. I was like yo, but like dead ass. Like I was like, I'd be getting refused service in like fucking like restaurants and shit. Like I was like,
what?
I'm just broke and like I don't have like good clothes. Like the fuck out of here. Like it's like let me like can I live like. But I didn't, in perspective now though, because I have ADHD and shit, like legitimately, I'm like, oh, okay, like a lot of that shit is like symptomatic. I was like, I'm white, I got tattoos, I was like, I'm skinny as a motherfucker, I look like a tweaker, like I get it, like, you know, like I get it, like you know what I'm saying.
I almost kicked
but
him
like
off my property once.
yo,
He was one of them. And shit. Get out of here. I'm trying to wash my car. No, get the fuck out.
So anyway, I kind of had to.
How you meant for real?
Yeah, that's how we met for real. So I thought he was gonna ask me for some chain or something.
Shout out Sip with shout out Jay.
Hey, Jay Tyrese, what's up? What's poppin'?
Gotta get you on the show, Sip.
It's just
Hey,
funny.
so I wanted to ask you about one of the groups or one of the artists you work with, Underground Clan.
Under-Rap Clan.
Under-Rap Clan. Oh my god.
Under-Rap Clan. Under-Rap Clan. Yeah,
so
those are my people right there. Yeah.
like, I'm sorry.
So Under-Rap Clan, we started working with each other a couple years back when I actually promoted. I sponsored actually one of the events down in Guaymas under-Rap Clan. I was Azmt Cruz, and they texted me for a spot on it, and I couldn't really get on the spot, so I felt bad, you know what I mean, for not getting the spot. So I said, hey, you know what, let's work together. And ever since then, we're working together. We actually, they're the actually first ones that put me on the map, you know what I mean, and put themselves on the map, because it goes back to what I'm telling you. Whatever they took them to do in 8 years, we did it in 1 or 2 years, and that's dropping nothing but official videos and stuff like that. They actually won the best group of the year like 2 years ago or a year ago in La Loco Viaje down in Hermosillo for the best group of the year. You know, so they did the Grammys. They're always active on every event. You see down there, you see them on every flyer and stuff like that. And that's the number one thing that I told them from the beginning. He said, hey, you know, you guys keep yourself active on events. It don't matter if you're getting paid or not, just keep yourself active and let me focus on doing music. Let me focus on doing videos for you guys, giving you guys that image. And that's what we did. So 2 years ago, they won the best group of the year. You know, I'm not saying just because I'm what I do, but we're just saying because we work together as a family, and the same way they represent themselves, we represent each other. You know what I mean?
But it seems like you lit their fire, though. That's the thing. Like you saying what they got done in 8 years. You know, I mean, it took them a year. Like that's huge, bro.
And it goes back to square one. You know what I mean? I appreciate all my customers that gave me those $2 or $3 tips that I saved up and invested on my guys. You know what I mean? Because I could sit there and spend it on a burger or McDonald's or stuff like that, but I gave somebody hope down there. You know. And that's all that matters.
Deep,
you know, that matters. You know what I mean? Like I could have put that against my family and my baby, but just having that spare change, it made a difference in someone's life. And that's the stuff that I feel like is gonna get me to heaven. You know what I mean?
You're trying to make points to get to heaven.
Huh? Either way, if it's not gonna get me to heaven, someone up there's gonna talk about me. You know what I mean? They're gonna be like, "Yo, Christian did good things for me. That's why I'm here right now."
Hormighetto.
Yeah. Seriously, you got to give your paisas hope.
So when did you get interested in doing music? Both of you, you know?
Well, me personally, I was actually writing a while back. I was writing when I was 15, 16, and I'm 38. And my mom got to my lyrics book, and she didn't like what I was writing, so she kind of stopped me. The one day I told my mom that I wanted to be an artist, she kind of laughed at my face. And knowing now the history when it comes to her, I know why she laughed in my face, because she had the same issue with her dad, that her dad walked out of my, not just her life, but her sisters and her brothers and my grandma's life to chase that dream on the
As
music.
an artist?
As an artist, yeah.
That's your grandpa?
Yeah, my grandpa.
Oh, wild,
he was
dog.
in Mariachi down in Mexico. He
That's
was in
wild.
a couple movies as a background Mariachi and stuff like that. He actually dated someone famous down there named Lucha Villa or Lucha something, Leave It or something like
That's
that.
important information, though.
Yeah, it
That's
is. You know.
Yeah, that's interesting, though.
Yeah, so I was actually my first out of my generation to say, you know what, I'm gonna do this. But the one time I told my mom that I want to do what I want to do, and she kind of almost laughed in my face. And I didn't take that as a personally. I just took that as her expressing herself towards her dad, that her dad dissed her, not just her, but her whole family to chase that dream. And maybe he got it, maybe or not. But the fact that he wanted to do that, you know what I mean? He did it. Me personally, I have a daughter and I have a wife at home. I'm not going to leave my wife and my kid at home to chase my dream. I'm just doing it as a hobby. You know what I mean? Do it as a hobby.
Well, luckily, we also live in a different time period.
Exactly.
Too, where it's
Yeah,
like,
you're right on
we
that.
can do stuff out the
Yeah,
crib.
you have the internet now. You don't
It's a
have to
huge
leave
thing.
your family
Yeah.
to travel. You know what I mean?
And you know what's crazy? You said that because pretty much Hormighetto Records is off my phone. You know, people hit me every day. They love what I'm doing and they respect what I'm doing. And I reach out for him and give them the thanks and the welcomes and all that, and show them the love and give them faith that, I once was in their shoes and reaching out to these people to get my name out there. And now I'm over here in Bar Talk having a good time and I've been doing me and stuff like that. So yeah, man, it don't matter if you're Mexican, black or white. We're in the time that it don't matter what race you are. Just keep doing what you're doing and love what you're doing. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, we're all a pair of pants. You turn us inside out, we're all the same, in and out. It don't matter. We all bleed the same and all that. We got to put that off the difference and just keep doing you, keep it doing the people you love. And hopefully people see that and they want to go off that and they admire what you're doing and they learn from you, because some people don't have the rights to know the difference between right and wrong. You just think whatever you believe on there that you have that right, to see right or wrong. Like you guys are doing good things out here for Tucson. I was born and raised in Tucson. I saw, from Kennedy's to Cash Lansky to Marley and all these upcoming artists. And it makes me even more happier, more proud of my city when I see more artists coming every day on this rap game from my city. Like today, I met the homie Young Me for the first time, and he's 1 year older than me, and he's been in Tucson since God knows, since the day he was born, and he's out in the seas doing his thing, and now it motivate me to doing what I'm doing as well.
Shout out Young Me.
Yeah, Young Me.
Ooh,
Shit,
is
seriously.
he still in the house?
Yeah, he's probably
I think I see his shoes over there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is his shoes.
Hey,
That's the first thing I said. I was like, "Where you get those shoes at?" He's like, "Overseas."
Hey, but real quick,
Heard
we
that.
got someone in the comments asking, "Where can I find you guys?" Give me
Well,
your tree link.
me, I'm on Facebook. I'm on my personal Facebook, Christian Flores. I mean, it's on privacy. It's hard to find, but you could find Hormighetto Records, Hormighetto Familia on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, SoundCloud, Twitter, and stuff like that. I'm on all that. Just putting myself out there.
Hormighetto, Hermosillo. And then me personally, solo, I go by Kyrim. That's KYIRIM. That's me personally. You can find that on Spotify and any of those things. And then the video you just saw was Blue Gloves Hip Hop. And then I also represent a collective, which is called Tribal Messiahs. That's also like a label / collective that I run.
Mm-hmm. Shit, now I represent Bar Talk.
My phone died, but when I get it charged and everything, I will post the link to your video.
If you could,
in the comments.
anything helps.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
You were asking though, where you asked like when I started with music, right?
Yeah. When did you start?
So I'm 31. I started writing. I started breakdancing first when I was probably like 8 or 9. Like that's really I got a little breakdancer even tattooed on me. Like even to this day, like I get down.
I see it.
It looks like a upside down Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
tattoo.
exactly. And it's
Doing
funny,
the head spin.
What's funny though too is that like the homie who did the tattoos, like these are his first tattoos.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like it was like his girl got him a kit and shit. Like, dude, it was so
Supporting
bad.
the local talent.
Like the red in the BDK right here, like that was our graph crew, like was bleeding so hard. Like we're like, I don't know if this is okay. Like it's like, no, it's good. Like and it's funny though, it's like yeah, like but this is like what I'm like 19. Like it's like this fool's like this fool's like, you know, like charges $200 an hour now for tattoos. He's like, don't show anyone those tattoos. Like don't show any of it. They're like, it's like
price gonna
yeah,
drop.
no, it's like, bro, yeah, it's like that's the. But yeah, so I started. So I started putting lyrics together and like rapping probably when I was like 12, 13. But like I didn't come out with an album or things that I put like on MySpace or whatever the fuck till I was like 16. Like that's like 06.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and then just I don't think I really started taking it serious till like 1920, but like even in the last couple of years, like I'm weird, bro, because it's like I feel like I disconnected from society like 4 or 5 years ago. Like I just was like I was in LA and I moved back out to Tucson and I was like I'm dude, even right now like my phone's in the trunk. Like I don't like, you know, I'd rather be with y'all. You know what I mean? Yeah, like because it's like I posted about your shit, but then I threw my phone back in the car because I'm not trying to be on my phone. You know what I mean? Like, and I really felt like when I was in LA for that period of time, like I was like, this is too much. Like I need to figure out what I'm doing. So I came out to Tucson, and honestly, it's just kind of funny because in the last like 3 weeks, I'm going to school back out in LA. Like I'm doing like audio engineering, and I'm like putting the pieces back together, and I'm like, all right, cool. Like I need to start like doing more of the production aspect of it as opposed to just emceeing. So I've been emceeing for a minute, but now I'm like into the more production aspect of it. You know, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually heard the question you guys asked me about the whole coronavirus that affected his career. To me, actually, it made me bloom even bigger because at the time being when all that stuff went down, I was working at the same time, but I was actually focused on doing music videos. And that's when we dropped all those music videos in and then because nobody was really going out. Nobody was doing anything. So that's when we actually had a small crowd of people to work together as a team instead of having this big crowd and trying to work together makes things difficult. So that's when we actually focused on making a small little team and doing all this music video, knowing the fact that people are going to be at home, you know, quarantining, doing their thing. They're going to be on YouTube. They're going to be on Facebook doing their thing. And that's when we actually put all that work. Yeah, all that work while we're going through there, you know, while people are going, you know, doing through stuff, we decided to do that. I mean, yeah, I had a couple family members that died on this, you know, died on coronavirus. It affected my, you know, my life at the same time. And plus my wife was a nurse and she was going through taking care of patients and all that stuff. That's why I ran to a couple of people telling me that I was fake. And I'm like, so you telling me my wife is fake? You know what I mean? So I took that as advantage to like, yo, give people entertainment. Let's drop whatever music video we can at the time being. You know what I mean? People weren't working. Thank God that I was working and whatever I was making tips, I was collecting it, saving it, and putting it out there for my guys to keep themselves active on dropping music that will not affect them. You know what I mean? So I was out there hustling myself for them. You know what I mean? At the same time for myself to put ourselves out there. You know, as a family that we are. You know, because that's what we do. We're just a family.
Sounds like you do a lot for a lot of people.
I do
just to keep things positive in their lives. That's what it sounds like.
I do. But at the same time, you just gotta be careful because, like I said, you get those positive, and you get those negative people. You just gotta think whatever you believe out there that you see the difference between right or wrong because most people don't see it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I saw people struggling and stuff like that, and I pretty much did what my family showed me to do, and that's look out for each other, even on hard and good time moments. We might be fighting now. But there's always that tomorrow will be over tomorrow, you know?
Right.
You know, that's why me as a man and being with my wife, I started realizing the difference between thinking and feeling. When my wife thinks and I think, you know, when my wife feels and I think, and that's why I felt like this was the right thing for me to do, and that's what I did, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's just making that change in someone's life, you know? And even knowing that you may not have that change in your life, but just the fact that you take the time to hear other people's struggle, and that's all that matters, you know.
Right.
So yeah, we're doing it, man. That's all we could do is just do it, like seriously, and connect with people like like Bartok, that's showing us that positive and putting Tucson on the map, not just themselves but the city on the map. That's what keeps me going, you know. Keep it going, just meeting new people that I mean, don't think like you guys are charging people to come out here and talk. No, man, you guys doing it for the love of hip hop and for the love of the city, you know. That's all it is. Where I met people who you try to work with them and they try to charge you off the bat because they believe more of themselves than what they believe in you. You know what I mean? And you guys believe on the people, and that's all that matters, you know. The same way I believe in y'all. It's my first time meeting you and stuff, and I feel positive vibes. I'm glad D got me out here because now I want to work with y'all. Seriously,
Hell
I
yeah.
want to work with y'all.
Hey, and quick shout out to Dreezy in the comments. What up, girl? She does makeup, by the way. So
Shit, get my makeup done.
Hey, you know what?
Y'all need some makeup?
There's
Yeah,
just so many talented people out here in Tucson that are not just doing that. It's not just about music. It's, you know, small businesses and all that stuff. We want to support you.
Yeah, seriously, we believe in you.
Oh yeah, and yo, hit us up if y'all want to sell some stuff at the venue. You know what I mean? Like hit us up on the DM. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
if you guys want to
seriously.
set some merch up or set up, you know, like even if you got your makeup kit or something, like let us know. You know, hit up Christian, hit up Kyram. You know.
What's up, girl? Much love to you, Drizzy. So, you know, is there like any advice you want to, or I mean, sorry.
My advice to people is like it's like, you know, when it comes to my people and the whole Latin industry, you know, rap music is changing. You may not see what you're looking for at the time being because this thing is barely developing, this thing is barely starting. Just remember that what you're doing, you admiring just not people like myself, but people out there admiring that are doing big things. You know, you may not see results, but one day you may look back and look at this video and you see somebody saying your name out there, and that's what keeps you going. You know, like I told myself 7 years ago, you know, I was gonna meet Cern So, and 7 years now, I met him in Phoenix doing good things, and that keeps me going. I mean, 7 years ago, I didn't know I was gonna be here talking to y'all, and I'm here now. You know, just keep doing it. You know, every day, every thought, every plan, every idea counts. You know, and if you see that vision, trying to get people to see the same vision, the same way with the whole beer talk. You know, they started with one person. Shout out to the CEO here. And now you guys got the whole crew going. You know what I mean? It's
Hell
good.
yeah.
It's good.
You know,
good.
that's real because, like, when did I really come on the show? Like, well, before I came on Bar Talk TV, I didn't know I was going to be on Bar Talk TV. It's kind of a funny story that we're going to have to talk about one day, how I ended up being on Bar Talk TV. But, you know, we all pretty much have, like, the same vision and all that stuff. So, you know,
Yeah, like me when
just
I
gotta keep going. And
when I started, I did the whole Hormighetto. I started the Hormighetto Familia because I didn't want to go out of my way and start paying people $50-$100 for 2-3 hours of studio, and I started recording my own music in my in my home, and then now people start reaching out. Next, I have people signed to my record label, and I worked this whole thing out of Mexico and stuff like that. So I didn't know I was gonna be here now, but like God has a plan. You know what I mean? Before you even know it, God has a plan for a reason, and if my reason is to make people's life change or not even a little bit better, then that's what I'm gonna keep doing. That's what I'm gonna keep doing.
Jay Tyrese in the comments saying you got the mindset of a winner, and you actually do, honestly. Like,
no, but going with that too, because it's like I've had moments where I've fallen off completely and like even hated being on my phone at all. So like even just being like recently, I've talked to a lot of different people who are in a lot more of a professional field than I am, and it's confirmed like, all right, like treating those relationships even on Instagram or like people that through phones in multiple different states, like they're real relationships that you're seeing right in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Where it's like I've fallen off with that many times, but it's like even like with him, it's like like these different individuals who are communicating with him. You know what I mean? Like that actually goes a long way. You know, and it's not even just like bombarding with music. It's like, like, hey, like, how are you doing? Oh, I'm good. Like, yada yada.
Yeah, you gotta build relationships. You know.
That's been a major like downfall with me though. Like I haven't recognized like, like it's very similar to because I can sit here and talk to you and have a certain vibe, or talk to you and have a certain vibe, but I won't think that Instagram's the same way.
Yeah.
But it's like in 2022, like that is what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just part of it.
Yeah, all buys are different. You just gotta relate to every single one of them. You gotta put yourself in each other's shoes and know that at the end of the day, our struggles are the same, but we all relate to the struggle. You know what I mean? We all try to put ourselves out there and doing whatever it takes. You know, I mean, look at y'all. Like you earlier, I was talking to y'all. Y'all told me it started with a camera off the fridge. You know what I mean? And look what you guys are at now. You know,
camera off the top of a ladder.
Yeah, seriously.
No, but even like right here, she's like, you leaving your phone in your car shows how you are invested into what you do those shows. It's like, yeah, but that's not even fully accurate because it's like I'm invested right now within this present.
Yeah.
Right. If I have my phone on me, I got people texting me.
I think that's
I
what
got
you
other
meant is
different.
that you leaving your phone in the car means that you're invested in the show. Like you
Yeah.
want to be here.
Oh, I see.
Shit, I want to be here. Shit, like I said, anything for Tucson, I'm here.
My
shit.
phone died for a reason.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be invested in here.
She
not
be
in the
talking. She be
comments.
talking to all the boys on the phone.
No, not even. I'd be in the comments trying to get people to tune in.
I saw that actually.
Hey, but you know what? Right now, I don't know exactly how many viewers we got, but don't forget to call us if you want some wings. Come on, guys.
Oh,
Put in the comments. Hey,
At least call
write
and
the
then
word
donate them
wings
to me.
in the comment, and the 10th person. There's been like one person that said the
So
word
the
so
ninth
far.
person.
So
Okay, we'll do.
put the word wings in the comment, and
Oh,
we
yeah.
will give you a dozen of free picados.
So which person?
And now wings like you wing
now.
something.
Okay, so the ninth person to comment. Okay, pero
Just keep fucking texting, bro. Just wings.
Wings. Or we'll pick one.
You win.
So you get that 10 spot,
And then you can donate them to me and I'll eat them. I'll be very happy to eat some free wings.
I remember me GTA with all the cheats I used to do and stuff back in the day.
Wait, what?
When I used to cheat on
There she goes. Look, there it goes. Look.
Hey!
She
Hey,
said,
and you know
wait.
what? Drizzy, she has candy, like very good candy. You know the
Who is
gummies with
she?
the chamoy.
Oh, wow. I'm about to
I don't
hit
know
her
what
up.
they put in
Hey,
it,
yo.
but
What's your name?
you
Drizzy?
need
What's
to
your name?
hit her-
Drissa?
Drissa Barbuena.
Hey, Drissa, you better hit me up, girl. I need something for the summer.
So,
No, you gotta hit her up.
Wait.
Seriously.
3, 2, 1. Okay, so it's Drissa is the 10th one.
Drizzy,
She be the snack lady
you
right
want
there.
some
So congratulations to Drissa.
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 Drissa Barbuena.
She just won the chicken wing.
Hey, where's the wings from,
I'm gonna
anyways?
be in your DMs tonight.
Hey, where's the wings from, anyways?
From Jeremiah's. He's the sponsor.
Where's
One
that
of our
at?
sponsors.
Paka.
He's on Wilmot and
6255 East Gulf Lake
Damn,
Road.
that's around my hood right there.
You know that just one
Best
more
fucking
bar?
chicken wings on Tucson. I'm telling
That's
you.
around my hood right
You know
there.
that
Golf
just
is
one
in
more
Wilmot.
bar?
Where?
Just one more bar?
He invented
I know there's like a
chicken wings.
there's
What
like
does that
a
mean?
There's a
Michelada.
car
Have you ever
wash.
tried a Michelada
No,
beer?
what is it? Oh, michelada? Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Michelada?
He made Michelada
We-
chicken
Wait,
wings.
what do you mean?
Michelada,
Like,
what's
they're
their
flavored? They're
What?
spices
How
on
does
it,
that
just like
work?
sweet or what?
No, you gotta try them.
That's like-
It's so bomb.
That's like straight paisa shit.
No,
right
that's
there.
like that's a good
That's
pitch,
like
bro.
straight
Like,
paisa
okay,
shit.
all right, got you.
Yeah, got. Where's that at? You say Golfman's in Walmart right next to it. Damn, Drizzy. Hey, Drizzy, make sure you get those
Yes.
those michelada wings and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's there. What, Tuesday? Like, not
Man,
Tuesday.
he's there 24/7. He's the owner.
Saturday.
Oh, I thought he was there
You
24/7.
gotta Google that shit.
Bartender, can we get some more drinks in here, please?
Seriously.
Okay. He's a CEO, by the way.
No, but yeah, no, but really though, like
How's the
what,
shots?
like you.
Drissa, come sell candy at the show. Cinco de Mayo.
Hey,
No,
oh, yeah,
seriously.
that's
Yeah,
true.
come through, sell candy.
Yeah, like hit us up and stuff like that.
I'm gonna be in your DMs. We're
No,
gonna
seriously,
talk
hit us
some
up.
business.
You know what I mean? Hit us up and stuff like that, or not even that. Like hit
Cinco de
up.
Mayo,
Yeah, Cinco de Mayo, Thursday and stuff.
Thursday.
From
Cinco de Mayo, I'm gonna share the flyer
Thunder
on my
Canyon.
Facebook for anybody that follows me.
We have a show on Thursday, but I was just
You guys got a show on Thursday?
We go live every Thursday.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's
So
right.
I was just telling them in there, we're like, we might just go live there
Yeah.
at the fucking show. Like,
No, you guys
have our
should.
guests meet us there.
Yeah, that'd be great.
We'll have the whole share there at.
Yeah, because it's on Thursday, May 5th. Yeah, it's on Thursday, May 5th.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what
I'm telling you, man. Like me, like I'm.
Can I perform on your show?
Yeah,
Still?
DM me real quick.
Me, like I said, I'm barely starting. I'm starting to move my stuff out here in Tucson and stuff. Like I was born and raised here, but I move all my stuff down there. But anybody that's trying to get on, man, let us know. Hit him up. Hit us up.
I'm
hit
a.
up our
They want refills. I would like a refill.
No, seriously,
I might perform on his show.
I like that. That song you made with little
With Mr.
Cuate.
Cuate
Yeah,
from
was it
Tucson.
Promise or No Promise or
No
something?
Promise.
Yeah, No
Have
Promise.
you heard my new one?
No, I heard new one. No, I got it on my phone. And
That
stuff.
dropped
Yeah,
on April 7th. That's with Nemesis Autos.
Oh, I think you shared the link, but I'm a full-time
Yeah,
parent and
it's
stuff
cool.
like
It's
that.
cool. I feel it. I feel it.
I got your. If it's gonna make
You know what?
feel
I'm
special,
gonna talk to some of them and see if they want to. If they don't want to perform, I'm gonna still perform my part.
I got your music. I got your music set up
It'll
on my
just be
phone.
like
Hey,
one
people do
verse.
that all the time. People do it all the time, yeah.
Oh shit!
No,
You know what? Count me
It's
in.
like natural.
No, seriously, I'll be tight. Like if anybody, not just Bart. I mean, you guys are gonna be there, of course. You guys are invited. No, any show you guys are invited. Like we're trying to, like I said, I'm already moving out here in Tucson, doing my thing. Even though I was born and raised in here and stuff, I'm just trying to make this thing happen and make things bring back to the community. You know what I mean? Like I grew up going to Cinco de Fiestas parties. I grew up with cruising down 6 with my sister with the window down, and I grew up with cruising down Speedway and all this stuff, DBA and all this stuff, and. I'm just trying to bring back to my community. Yeah, remember that? Remember cruising down 6 was the shit? Yeah, everybody was cruising on the 6.
Hey, we need to start that again.
Yeah, we need to start that, man. We got to
I know
get
there's
Tucson
some
back
cruises
going.
happening,
Seriously,
but
bring
like,
all
I
the
hardly ever
lowriders
hear
out.
I remember it
Bring
was
all
cool because they'll be just like doing like a snake like that. Everybody down 6.
Yeah, I'm
We
telling
need to
you,
bring that back, y'all.
Yeah,
they
they
the fucking car wash and shit.
It was all the way from 22nd and 6 all the way to like Valencia and 6 and stuff like that. People are cruising and stuff like that.
It was
telling
cool,
you, man. It was
Super
cool.
That was like the spot to be, bro.
That's why, that's why at the same time I was glad I was born in the 80s because I had that taste with no technology. You know what I mean? No phones. Like I would have to walk 3-4 blocks to get to my little homie's house to play Nintendo or Atari, whatever it was at the time. Yeah, pagers. I remember my brother sitting at the corner with a little rider bike and a little brick phone and stuff, thinking he was cool, even though it was discontent. You know what I mean? Like, no, seriously, like Tucson's popping. You just gotta get the right people going. You know what I mean? Seriously, is that like I didn't even know Young Me till I came here, and now I watch his videos on live. It's like, damn,
And he's dope, huh?
now I'm
But that shows you the fragmentation of reality, though. Same city, same age, same neighborhood.
Yeah, seriously.
North side,
And you've never
except heard of
No.
Big
Yeah,
SMC.
isn't that crazy?
Yeah, so it's like that puts in perspective like what we're dealing with too. Like,
see
you know
that.
what I mean?
Maybe.
Yeah, man.
Maybe if people supported
at the same
each
time,
other
you
a
guys
little more.
But it's also the
walk
layer
down
of
different
technology
sidewalks,
that people
you know?
I think like don't like put in. Like it's like you said, like he had to walk down the street is a different thing when he was 10 years old to when he was 20 years old.
Yeah,
and then when he's 30
seriously.
years old, the whole game's completely different.
It
And
is.
then by the time he's 30, it's like every 5 years the things are changing. It's like
It is.
at the same time I can't even be mad at him for not knowing because it's like it just. Dude,
It means you gotta work harder.
It's just complicated though. Like we're dealing with different factors. We're dealing with different factors.
You
that
gotta
have not been dealt with before,
you gotta work harder, but you also gotta work with the right people.
But I think
you know
also
what I mean?
But also being
Seriously.
empathetic to what's
And
going on. I think also being empathetic to what's going on.
Shout out to the bartender both.
Today's bartender.
Like Kyron said, like earlier, it took us about 3 years to establish where we are right now. You know what I mean? You just gotta work with the right people and kind of have an agreement and see each other's vision. You know what I mean? And put it all together, because you can't be someone looking at Z and someone looking at A. That's a whole different gap between each other. You know what I mean? It's just you gotta take each step as it comes, see what you're aiming at and stuff like that.
But I like what Young Me said earlier. Even we were talking here before y'all started. He was just like noticing the signs the universe gives.
Yeah.
Because that's real shit. Like I feel like a lot of times I neglect that, and like lately I've been like being very more like, all right, like even like with Christian, like it's like this fool. I keep running into him. Like there's a reason I keep running into him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, okay, stop neglecting that. Like, let's pursue this. And it's
And you know
And
what?
there was,
it's fallen into
seriously.
place really well.
Yep.
Like,
And
yeah,
it was.
yeah.
I mean,
and that's why
and
we were
not even.
brought together so that you could hear that message.
I mean,
Something around that,
not even that. Like I was talking to homeboy out there earlier. I mean, sorry, I forgot your name.
Oh, you mean what Young Me said? I get what you said.
I've been having a couple drinks. I ain't got to admit, and I'm gonna try to figure out. I hope I don't get a ticket on my way back home, and so I'll be 2 tickets in one night.
Another ticket.
Yeah, another ticket and stuff
He
like
got
that.
a ticket coming in,
Yeah, seriously.
So you should have told that cop.
Yeah,
you should have
still
told the cop,
can.
yo, I'm going to Bar Talk TV.
I did tell her.
Cool.
I even try to pull that whole female stuff. I show a little bit of cleavage and shit, but it didn't work and shit. I gotta get my boobs.
Show some
You
legs.
don't have no cleavage, boy. You flat chested.
I gotta do a couple of fucking push-ups and shit. But anyways, like I was talking to a homie right here, you know, working on the car wash industry. I met a couple people coming in and out of there. You know, a couple actually famous people in Tucson that you wouldn't even know that they live in here in Tucson. And just this one guy I met, and I talking to him. His name was Christopher, right? You said
Christopher Prado.
Yeah,
Shout out Christopher Prado.
yeah. And after talking to him, and he told me in a couple movies he was coming out, and I was like, oh shit! I was admiring, and that's one of person that planted a seed in my life and keep doing what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And after tonight, talking to homeboy over here, and he telling me that he knows him personally from back in the day, I was like,
I've known him for a minute.
I was
We've done
like,
a couple movies together.
yeah, you know, it's like, damn, that motivated me to do what I'm doing, and now talking to you about him motivated me to even do more what I'm doing. You know what I mean? It's just that's the way it is. Meeting the right people. You know what I mean? The right people that see the same vision as you do, and that's trying to get to where you want to be. You know?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Tucson's small shit.
It is. It's small, and there's a lot.
It's big, but it's small.
It is. It's growing every day.
Also, it's weird too. Like my homie put it in perspective because I was telling him like my ex-manager like they're like 38, 39, 31. Like so. Even him, like he was saying, like he grew up out here. He's like, bro, he's like, when I was 5 years old, he's like, there was 250,000 people. He's like, in 20 years, he's like, there's a fucking million people. Like, that's wild. Like, there's not a lot of cities that are like that. Like, it's like, so it's small, like, because a lot of the people that y'all went to high school with are still here. But then there's also this like whole thing where it's like there's like this influx of like all these fucking snowbirds and like all these people. Like, that's like really. That's a weird dynamic that like is actually very unique to the land here.
You know what? You could live here for 5 years, and you're just gonna be surrounded by like the same 100 people. But if you start like, you know, just meeting new people, you'll realize that there's a whole other world of like 100 people that don't know nothing about these 100 people over here. And it's like,
if you sit back and think like, what is the community in Tucson? Like I tell people, there's the retirement, Air Force, and there's people like you and I who were born and raised here. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's how it is. So
I wasn't born and raised here, but yeah.
But then you got people like me. Like I was born and raised here. My mom never had owned a house, and she was pretty much going renting from house to house, and that's what motivated me to be a house owner here in Tucson, because there's college, there's retirement, or there's Air Force, and there's me. I want to be me. You know what I mean? I don't see myself moving anywhere. I love my Tucson. It's so cheap to live here. I mean, people are moving here a lot, because when I first tried to buy my house, I had to go against people from Cali who were dealing with the whole fire, and they were doing that insurance, you know, from the fire, their house burning, and they were buying houses down here like buying cookies. Where me, I'm trying to make it, and I'm going through long houses.
You better get it quick before it goes up. Like,
so it was hard because I don't see myself buying any houses in Cali or in anybody else, but in Tucson, I don't see myself going anywhere in Tucson. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it was kind of hard because Tucson is growing. Tucson is the spot to be.
You know what they should do? Like, you know how they do like on like Bosqua and shit, where it's priority for like the people that live there, like that are.
Hey, shout out to my people, native people. I'm Yaki myself.
They keep their property for their people first and their jobs too.
Mm-hmm.
So they hire like in house, like in their own people before they hire anybody else.
Yeah.
They should do that shit with property with people that live here, like natives and
be like, yo, your family's been here for 20 generations. Like maybe y'all should get priority.
They should do it.
Yeah,
that way. They should do it that way.
It's so complicated. Like I know exactly what you mean, right? And I think that's the whole thing. I think that's interesting about land in Arizona in comparison to other places, because there's so much native land out here too, right? Mm-hmm. where it's like that's directly related to the federal government. Where it's like, you know, like it's like with me and you, like we're walking around land that's like actually owned by Arizona, right? It's like, what is that like? It's like, how do you go through being like, how many signatures do you have to sign to be like, yo, like my family's been here for 10 generations, like I'm entitled to this? I don't know. I don't have the answer for that.
It's not, because I mean,
but you know
it
what I'm saying?
sucks
Like,
because
these
like
are like complicated things, like living in this time.
Like me working in the whole, you know, at the car wash, I meet a lot of people coming in now, and I just meet a recent girl from the East Coast, and she says she comes out here and buys houses, remodeling, sells them. Why? Because like to Arizona is like the 5th state to move in because it's so cheap down there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
I'm just happy I got in when I got in. Like,
yeah.
The more people move out here, the more like everything moves up and over.
Shit, I'm looking into getting some land right now.
I mean, the more people move out here,
I just feel like the sooner we do that,
the more people out here move is good for like the local. I mean, it's good for people, but at the same time, it's not good for local because their taxes go up. You know what I mean?
But it's like that's like the evolution of human beings, though. Like I don't know, like it's like I don't have like an omnipresent perspective. I can't be like, yo, like this is how I look at the last 500 years. But it's like, this is dilemmas that we deal with like all the time, you know.
Yeah.
Like it's just in every different land.
Just the numbers that change.
Yeah, so it's
it just sucks because
saying, like I look at it like even like right now, like you got a house. Like that's sick, bro. That means you could flip 5 houses in like.
Shit, I wish I could flip 5 houses.
But I'm saying, like, it's like somebody coming into a market 10 years from now. Like you saying, you're trying to get land right now. Like I don't got no land.
Yeah, because the market is changing.
I'm looking at getting land real quick because it's like, yo, like it's like, damn, like that land is gonna be worth like crazy in the next fucking 5-6 years. Like,
yeah, because I see that with my father-in-law and stuff like that. You know, they got houses out there by the foothill, not the foothills, but Mount Lemon. And their family, when they bought that, it was only 20, 25, and now that shit's worth so much. You know what I mean?
Like,
yeah, you know, it's just it goes back to square one. You know what I mean? Like, focus on what you want to get for not just for you, for yourself, but for your loved ones. Because at the end of the day, like, the reason why me and my wife bought the house because I'm trying to give my daughter what I didn't have, and that's a house, steady house, a place that she grew up with. Where I grew up all over Tucson. I went from the north side to the west side, to the east side, at some point to the south side. Not yet have a house to be like, yo, that's all where my memories are at. I have to ride around Tucson to go chase my memories where I can't just go to one spot. And that's what I'm trying to give my daughter, something that I didn't have. You know what I mean?
Amen.
I want a little spot for her to be like, this is where I grew up at. Because at the end of the day, I came from a household of 7 kids, where my wife came from a household of 1. And she wants to have 3, 4, 5 kids, and I'm like, yo, I'm fine with 1 because I came from 7. Hey, you know what I mean? 7 kids. It's like, nah, but she wants to have that experience. I already have that experience. I don't want that. You know what I mean? But she wants it, so it's like, fuck it. You gotta give you what you want. Like to say, happy wife, happy life. You know what I mean?
Hey, so.
I don't have a wife, so I'm fucking happy still.
Yeah, keep it that way, man. Keep it that way. Even got no kids, keep it that way, because your kids take a lot of your stuff.
I have my son, man. Yeah,
he's a good boy.
Yeah,
How old is your son? 11. Little fucker.
Kids are great, man.
Yeah, my son's only 2.5. I
miss
was like
him
11.
when he was a
That's
toddler,
yeah.
When
I
he
mean,
was like
he about to just enter puberty. That's gonna be crazy, bro. Damn.
For like 5.
Yeah.
That's what I miss the most.
I feel
Yeah, I feel like right now.
I've been wanting to have another baby, but I just don't want the baby mom.
I feel you.
I raised my son on my own.
Yeah.
Did you really? Hey,
it's complicated though, the relationships, right?
Man, for you, seriously.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to find men to raise their own kids. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, you always hear stories of like, you know what I mean, like the baby mama raising the kid on their own. But when it comes to a dad, I gotta respect that. Seriously.
Yeah, but let's just say this because let's just say like it's like just bring it back into perspective. Let's say it's complicated to get along between like men and women.
It is.
Let's put that like.
That's what I'm saying. It's easier for me to raise my son by myself because I didn't have the other person there like, oh, I want to raise him this way, or she believes this way and I believe this way, or whatever. You know, it was just me. I raised him to be a fucking man, to be a gentleman, and there was no one else telling me I could be. You know what I mean? Or otherwise.
Yeah,
I can't spank him, or I can't.
I see that.
You know what I mean?
I see that because like me, like.
But what was that comment you was about to say? You was about to say something.
Something about how women and men don't get along.
I didn't say they don't get along. I said it's complicated to get along.
It's complicated
I said if you do get along, that's an amazing thing.
No, look, this is it's like okay, it's actually very, 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 very deep, and there's a lot of factors to it. But it all sums, to me, I think it all comes down to us not loving ourselves enough. Like, we love ourselves. You know what I mean? Like, someone can say, "Oh, but I do love myself." Like, people take offense all the time when I tell them, like, "Hey, you probably just don't love yourself enough." Like, you do.
Yeah, but that concept is so difficult to
and it's very
understand.
deep.
No, but that
very
exactly
deep.
that concept is very difficult to understand, though.
Insecurities.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
but even with that, staying in a relationship to understand that is really complicated. Because even right now, it's like we're in this. Even in this conversation, we're talking about, like you were saying, raising a kid. You had nobody to tell you nothing. You know what I mean? But if you in that relationship where you're like reciprocating back and forth, raising a child, that is a complicated reality. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, and I think that should be honored consistently throughout history.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Me personally, like, I've been with my wife for like 12, 13 years now, probably 14. And and long time. And we were like 10, 13, 11 years before we decided to get married and have my daughter and stuff like that. Even before that, I told her we're going to have a daughter because I knew. And one thing that I learned from like people that I met throughout my life, they told me you start realizing the difference between a woman and a man, then everything's gonna be so like smooth for you. Yep. I mean, we men, we say it's a man's world, but in reality, like I told DB, like this is it's a woman's world. It's a woman's world because like there's a reason why we call it Mother Nature. You know what I mean? And the way for a man to make things easier for himself, you got to realize the difference between a woman and a man is we men, we think where a woman feels. So for a feeling for a man is something that we'll get over in the next hour or two. But when it comes to what feelings when a woman, it takes longer than that. So if you hurt a woman now, 3-4 months from now, she's going to hold that against you. Whereas men, we'll be over it tomorrow.
Realize, you talking from just your perspective.
It's mispredicated.
But like, because it's like, you talking about the difference between thinking and feeling. Like, you're implying that a male doesn't even know the ability to like be able to think and feel.
Oh no. We think we feel, but we're more so into ourselves. You know what I mean? We're too into ourselves and stuff like that. But we really got to think about each other, work as a group. Because the day that this world or us become in peace is when we learn as work as a team, not take credit for each other when we work as a team. You know what I mean?
Clap
because
for others,
because the same way we need women, we need men. You know what I mean? And it works that way.
And you know what? One thing I'm gonna say, like, to all you parents out there that have kids, all you single moms, all you single daddies, like I'm a single mom myself. I know it's very hard, but at the end of the day, like, no
don't
matter
lose hope.
how hard, always love your kids, dude. Love them so much. Like, talk to them every single day. Ask them, bug the shit out of them. You know what I mean? Like, give them privacy, but make them think you're giving them privacy. Like, you gotta keep an eye on them.
Make them think you're on top. Make them think you're on top of things. You
Children
know what I mean? Because
are the future.
At the end of the day, they need role models. You know what I mean?
No. I don't think you gotta make them think. You gotta be honest. You gotta be honest with your kids, and you gotta show them, like, you gotta change, like, your ways for your children, and you gotta really, really, really love them a lot, because that's what the world needs right now. We need more love, and that's it.
Yeah, think
love
about
and discipline.
Think about yourself more than just
second word, though.
Think about yourself more than just a parent. You're a role model. You know what I mean? You may not feel like a more role model in the world, but you're a role model to your kids. So whatever you do in front of them, they're gonna learn from that. You know what I mean? You'll learn from that. I mean, look at myself. Like, I heard a lot about my grandparent doing his music and stuff like that, and that's what motivated me to do what I'm doing. You know? I saw my mama doing her positive thing in a way, even though I felt like there's days that she felt negative, but that's what made me to do positive with my daughter. So I shower my daughter every night. I even shower before I came here. I changed her diaper and all that stuff, give her a bottle, put her to sleep. You know what I mean? You just got to be positive. I'm 38. I don't got time to think about myself, but I got time to think about my wife, my daughter, and what I'm doing in life. And that's trying to make things positive for myself and easier for myself and others. That people don't have that right. People don't have the right to see the difference between right or wrong. So think whatever you believe in. You could believe on Mickey Mouse, and just as long as that brings positive in your life, you keep praying to Mickey Mouse. You know what I mean? Seriously.
Mickey Mouse, yo. I grew up on Mickey Mouse.
Shit. No lie. But Art Talk, I appreciate the love. Appreciate you guys having us over here. And I was talking about how the whole music industry in America is changing lives in Mexico. It gives people hope. Just the fact that, you guys hear all that stuff is going on down there and stuff like that. And us being Mexican, and we have a relative that's involved in stuff like that. But that doesn't get us involved fully for us to follow those steps, you know what I mean? To us to be positive and gives each other hope, because we have faith. It's more than just being Mexican. We got faith, we got culture, we got everything. Just keep that vibe going, you know what I mean? Don't lose it. Don't lose that. And there's the whole negation going on because one person ruins it for everybody. We don't go on that. We go off making things right for others and at the same time for ourselves. That's why me and Kyron, we're trying to do this thing in Tucson, trying to bring that vibe back in Tucson. I see other people doing it. And don't think me wrong, I'm not saying that they're doing it right or they're doing it wrong, but just the fact that we admire because they're doing it and it works as a circle. It all works together, Seriously.
Just like Bar Talk TV.
Yeah, just like Bar Talk TV. I mean, it's like I've been a fan for the past. I've been a fan since I seen her a couple, like a month ago. I seen you at my work. And we kind of sit down and she told me she was doing. I was sitting there listening and I showed her what I was doing. And she, the same way I was admired what she's doing, she was admired by me. Yeah. And that's what we're here now. We're talking about it. And that goes back to square one. Hang out with the right people. Think whatever you believe that you see right people. I've known her for God knows since she was little. And the other day I mentioned to her, like, if I only knew that you and I one day will be sitting here having this talk, I would prepare myself for this. I would have told you from the beginning, hey, one day you and I we're gonna have this talk. You know what I mean? But it doesn't work that way. We don't know what's ahead of us. Yeah. We just gotta think. We gotta think whatever's out there that it's me and her, and not no one else. You know what I mean? I mean you guys and stuff like that. No one else. You know what I mean? Yeah. Simple as that. People you love, people you started with. Believe it or not, the ones that are going to support you, you don't even know it. Because now here she is supporting me at the same time I'm supporting her by being here. Driving my ass over, you got a ticket.
You got a ticket, yo.
You know what I mean? I know we've been talking about a whole bunch of stuff. We just jumped off topic. We just kept going.
Yeah.
So let's get back to, this thing. Okay, the event coming up May 5th. Who's gonna come out, and
so
what can we expect?
We got Cash Lansky. We got
performing new material.
So we got Big Vinci. We got
Big Vinci.
I can't say her name because I have an accent.
Look, okay. When you think, do you know what roux is? ROUX. When you make food, when you're making gravy.
I call it rocks.
I know it's like.
I call it rocks.
Pronounced like that. It's pronounced roux.
I'm Mexican.
Roux. Like it's
yeah,
like
we got her.
When you mix together some fucking, when you're cooking, and it's like you got fucking butter and flour. You make some roux. You know what I'm saying? You make some roux for a gravy, like it's roux, the foundation.
Oh, we got her.
Like
we got Muhammad Playa.
You think of mirepoix.
And now we got Bartok out there, doing the live show out there and stuff like that.
And then Red. Don't forget about Red. RED. He's DJ. He's DJ.
Yeah, famous DJ.
Yeah. He raps like he talk about Mexicano. Like Like Red is Red.
Like right now, we're trying to put our name out there. So hopefully next year with the next Cinco de Mayo Fiesta, we got more people involved. You know what I mean?
Things are moving forward. Like you might see like he's talking about next Cinco de Mayo. It's like there may be some other things in the next couple months, not just that. Like the snowball effect keeps rolling.
Yeah, it keeps rolling.
And I'm gonna be performing. I'm Kai Rim, and then me and Blue Gloves. That's a Tucson. Bowser's from Tucson. I'm not from Tucson, but our little duo is from Tucson, if that makes sense. So like that little logo, like usually we have a little backwards hat on that, but it's like to make it more like
Yeah, making more Cinco de Mayo. We had to put a sombrero and stuff like that. You know what I mean? We gotta throw a sombrero. Be surprised with it.
Like
2 little
Like
pistols and shit. 2 little shooting pistols and shit. Nah, seriously, but yeah, we doing it. We're trying to make this thing go off. You know what I mean? Trying to bring that whole Cinco de Mayo back to Tucson.
Be there,
And whoever wants to go and join and support.
And yo, it's a full kitchen. The kitchen's open till 10. So
we got liquor. And just come out, have a good time. Yeah, we could have done it on a Friday or Saturday, but we're trying to start the weekend on Thursday. You know what I mean? We try to stay original and do it at the date. You know, do it at the right date and stuff like that. So yeah, come out. Seriously, come out. Come on,
last couple questions before we close out.
Do you want me to do that song?
Yeah, do it.
You want to do it?
I would love to do that. That'd be great. Yeah. The song is literally called Thunder Canyon. Like, yeah. Like I got inspired about Thunder Canyon, and I was writing schemes about Thunder Canyon, and then I wrote the song.
So you sent me that to where?
To your email.
To my email.
Or do you have a USB?
I have a USB. I have a USB right here.
Would that work?
Hold on. Let me check my email.
Say hi, girls. Hi.
What's her name?
Sterling.
Sterling?
Sterling, like Sterling Silver.
Sterling. Yay. Drizzy, congratulations again. Yes, you are the winner of the wings.
She said, I won?
Yeah, she's like, wait,
for
I
real?
won. And Jay Tyrese, I know you're not watching no more, but thank you for tuning in. He's got an album out on the 30th. Stay tuned. Oh, cool. Can't wait for that. So we just
see if this works. Sometimes it doesn't with this streaming platform. Sometimes it doesn't.
Get ready to perform, y'all. He's gonna perform a song. Only on Bar Talk TV, y'all.
What? I don't believe it!
Turn it up! It's just as I expected.
Thunder Canyon, understand it. Told the devil up the ransom. As I get older, I realize that there ain't nothing random. Let's imagine that we lived in the greatest society ever created. But we took every single day for granted. On the cusp, right before virtue, but gotta see it planted. Time to tap it, yeah, I'm snapping. Can you grasp it? 2022, the limit of hearts and men and women forever will be changed in a different way. But let me explain that is incredibly vague. I'm here on center stage trying to say that the fragmentation of information is ridiculously hard to retain, especially when it comes from an algorithmic echo chamber on your phone where you're worth more stirring than
What? I don't believe it!
Kidding. It's just as I expected.
Trying to do this off the audio. Breaking the rhythm, taking the pen, I'm gonna be coming in brass. Wanna be overcome the challenge, just holding it down for my child. So many children to foul, but this parental miseducation. Playing on your victimhood. But it's paradoxical love, like I never did a glove. Epigenetics meaning I'm above my gene.
What? I don't believe it!
Kidding. It's just as I expected.
Third verse, the precursor for adverse creative ingenuity. Should I address attractiveness with my clothes on? I think that be the antithesis of nudity. Ever since puberty till having a kid, it's become easy to me playing a role. 31 years old, identity moratorium. Product of a money mass budding. Why you have stepping? Cold in my veins. No, I'm not insane. But I'm kind of rational when I be asking you where did all the passion go? I don't know when the atmosphere can just let me get on the same Minnesota road. This is Arizona to show the Southwest Coast. Let's go. Aye.
What? I don't believe it!
Kidding.
That was some new
It's
shit.
just as I
Come out on the
expected.
5th, you gonna hear it like in full spectrum. How that sounded? That was definitely impromptu, in the corner, listening to the side.
It was fucking fire. What?
Dude, like you got some ass skills. Like, you rap so fast.
All right, cool.
Right. So Before we close out the episode, I want to ask you guys, do you guys have any words of inspiration for people, artists trying to do the same thing you guys are doing now?
Pretty much everything has its beginning, everything has its start, and it's never too late. I'm 38. I started 3 years ago. Just don't let nothing stop you. Keep pushing yourself out there, and know that you are a walking and spitting image of God, which means your thoughts and your hands make miracles, and just make them for yourself.
Amen.
You know what I mean? Amen to that.
I like that.
And as far as what I would say is I agree with him. I'm not saying I disagree with him, but just on a practical level, just not being discouraged because, like I'm born 1990, for instance. I've noticed every 10 years, like technological changes have completely affected the way I approach music. So there can be a lot of discouragement when it comes to putting things out. And so I think just being consistent with who you are and being like, all right, cool, and working around the right people goes a long way. And relationships go a long way, even more than talent, to be honest. Like a lot of staying consistent with relationships. And that's something that I've had to notice recently within my own life. Even that's why I keep emphasizing, even on the internet, it's very similar than community. Like I'm looking at you in your eye, you feel my vibe, but there is a reality. Like if I hit you up on a DM, you still think a certain way.
Yeah, and you still connect.
Yeah. And I think recently, I've had to really realize that's what we deal with consistently. I have to represent myself even on many different levels, not just eye to eye.
Yep.
And that goes a long way. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, when I first started, I had a lot of people coming knocking on my door, and I felt like, to me, that was like a chance for me to put myself out there. But in reality, it's those people saw me putting myself out there that are knocking on my door. You know what I mean? In reality, I appreciate you guys having me here, because to me, this is a big motivation for me to keep doing what I'm doing. You know what I mean? This is you guys reach out for me, and I appreciate that, and I'm gonna keep doing doing what I'm doing, and it's just more wood to the fire. And you guys are, you know what I mean? You guys are doing it, and you guys did it for me, and I'm sure you guys are gonna do it for others, and just keep doing it, man. Keep networking with the right people and stuff like that, and yeah, man, that's my advice. Keep nothing stop you. You know what I mean? You meet right and you meet wrong, and just make sure you meet the right people.
With the right ones.
Yeah, keep with the right one. Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm with my wife for 13 years. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Seriously.
All right. So that was another fucking episode of Bar Talk TV. Thank you guys again for coming out.
Seriously, it's
Thank you.
a really big opportunity for us and stuff like that. Hormighetto familia on the house.
Make sure you follow.
Hermosillo, Guaymas, Punta Arena, La Cantera.
Saludos a Hermosillo y Guaymas, Sonora.
All right, man. You guys have a good night.
If you'd like to be on our next episode, just inbox us for details. Thanks for tuning in.